You're listening to Eagle 102 KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, 102.1 on your dial. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102.
High school basketball is on the air. Eagle 102 sports coverage of high school hoops is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Bank of Louisiana, Calumet of Missouri, Eolia Landscaping Supply, Hankey Construction, the Bibb Beach Funeral Homes LLC, and Collier Funeral Home, Cellular and Satellite Center, Bowling Green Tractor, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Community State Bank of Missouri, Kathy Clean, J&D Tire and Auto, Meyer Implement Company, County Market in Louisiana, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, the Bowling Green Insurance Agency, Family Drug in Louisiana, the Bowling Green Pharmacy and Hearing Aid Center, by Ingram Plumbing, the Airyback Life Team, Liggins Flooring, Old Tops Pawn Shop, Midwest Pest Professionals, Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, by State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Pam Todd Watts Realty, People's Bank and Trust, Perkins Electrical Service, Young Enterprises Incorporated, All Parts in Louisiana, Pike County Mutual Insurance, B&B Automotive, Spring Hollow Coffee, the Mercantile Bank of Louisiana, Mike's Tire Service, by Pike County Memorial Hospital, and by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate. Now, KJFM Radio presents coverage of high school basketball on your area sports leader, Eagle 102.
Welcome to night 2 of the 95th annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. It's a gentleman's night, and we'll have 4 games for you in one form or fashion. Jim Ross, Marianne Everhart, we're in the middle school gym. Mark Fronik's over in the high school gym. And the first game we'll have for you tonight here in the middle school will be the Louisiana Bulldogs and the Winfield Warriors. We'll tell you all about it after this on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Frankfort Farm Supply, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and Center Locker Service.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
If you happen to find yourself looking for somewhere new to get your vehicle serviced, Pogue Ford in Bowling Green is here to remind you they can handle all brands of vehicles. However, if you have GM or Chrysler warranty, they will shuttle those to their sister Hannibal locations to make sure your warranty stays intact. Pogue Ford, serving the communities they call home. Pogue Ford, Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and Kathy Clean.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Welcome back to Bowling Green High School. Glad to have you with us. The James A. Wilson Gymnasium. Yeah, the old gym, but it's got a new floor. It's got some paint. Marianne, it looks like nice. A pretty nice new place, doesn't it?
It does. It looks really nice. And tell you what, we were talking about this a little bit last night. And I shouldn't say unfortunately. It's probably fortunate for the players who were on there. Probably not as slick as it used to be back in the day either.
Yeah, probably no dead spots in it. I can bet on that for sure. It looks nice. If you're watching us on video, you can check it out. If not, we'll tell you about it on the radio. So these two teams have met. They are what are they? They are the 3 and 6 seeds. I lost your location
spot
there for a second. I'm going to kick this underneath me and have us all tangled up.
You are.
The 3 and 6 seeds, Winfield, the 3 seed, they met in the Clopton tournament. And Winfield came out on top 68-52 in that game. And so Louisiana looking to maybe avenge that loss back the first week of January. The challenge will be tough for them. Winfield's got a good bunch. They made it to the championship game of the Clopton Invitational and were defeated by Monroe City in that championship game. So they've got some skill, and we'll see what they have to offer tonight against the Louisiana Bulldogs. The other game going on at the same time will be the top seed Van Far
The Indians.
They will take on the Silex Owls. That's the 1-8 seed. Vanfar is 14-2 on the season. Their only losses to Father Tolton, and then they lost to Monroe City
at the Palmyra tournament
in the semifinals of the Monroe City tournament. So they're having a fine season and are the odds-on favorite as the number 1 seed in this tournament on the boys' side. And, of course, you had a whole slate full of women's games last night.
We did. Of course, in the high school gym, the number 1 seed Clopton defeated Louisiana to move on to the championship game. Well, they'll face North Callaway. That was our late game here in the middle school last night. I was telling some folks about it in the hospitality room. North Callaway and Silex girls both came out feisty. A total of 45 fouls in that game, Jim.
Feisty?
Feisty. Each team had 8 before the end of the first quarter. So
oh, my goodness.
It was good. And then Ellsbury defeated Van Far, and they will now face Bowling Green, who defeated Winfield on the championship side of the bracket tomorrow evening. Of course, you can find an updated bracket by visiting the sports page at KJFM-Eagle102.net.
Ellsbury girls playing pretty good right now, so that could pose an interesting matchup on Wednesday night with the home Lady Cats. And we've talked a lot over the years about the magic of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament and how it doesn't seem where the Bowling Green teams are seated or how their season's going. They seem to find an extra gear when it comes time for this tournament, and it'll be interesting to see if that holds serve again this year, as the Bowling Green girls actually played pretty well last night with a convincing win, and we'll see how the Bowling Green boys fare tonight as they'll play in the second game over in the high school gym, as they'll take on Ellsbury.
All right, well, we've got your Keys to the Game brought to you by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate coming up next as you're listening to Bowling Green Tournament action on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102, brought to you by Craig Bowen, CPA, Rose County Mutual Insurance, and County Market in Vandalia.
Don't let winter stop you from looking ahead to spring. Eolia Landscape Supply knows that fall cleanup is still underway when weather cooperates. Whether it's getting rid of leaves or cutting back shrubs to allow for new growth, Eolia Landscape is also available when you want a new design, fresh mulch, or maybe a new rock bed. They carry several types and sizes of rocks, and they're there to help if you're a do-it-yourselfer or need some assistance. Located at 290 North Old Highway 61 in Eolia. Visit their Facebook page for specials. Let Eolia Landscape Supply and Show Me Landscape Design help meet all your landscaping needs.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Bib Beach and Collier Funeral Homes in Liggins Flooring.
The Eagle 102 Keys to the Game.
Well, the keys to the game tonight are no different than any other night. Take care of the basketball, make some buckets, and take care of business at the free throw line. The interesting thing for Louisiana is Angel Ulola, when they played the first time, that was one of his first games back from injury. He had missed nearly the entire, well, in fact, he missed the entire first half of the season. And so he's kind of got his feet underneath him now, which helps them greatly at the point guard position. And we'll see how that translates against this bigger, more experienced Winfield Warrior basketball team. Their go-to guys, Charlie Rhodes. Bryant Reeves runs the offense for them. But they'll get some scoring out of a couple other guys, and Cannon Schutte, a 6'5" junior, who will cause problems size-wise for Louisiana. And, of course, Louisiana likes to go up and down, and their Achilles heel most of the season has been turnovers. So they need to take care of the basketball tonight.
They do. We talked a little bit, you were talking about Bryant Reeves, and I think I used the term to describe Silex and North Callaway. He's feisty.
He is.
He definitely gets after that basketball. He really needs to stay out of foul trouble tonight. Because, first of all, he's entertaining to watch. Secondly, that's a big key part for them. So, not that they don't have the players that come off the bench, but I think he's kind of one of the ones that everybody looks to and looks for when Winfield's playing.
Well, and they've only got 9 guys dressed, unless there's one hiding in the corner that I can't see. So they're going to play most of the guys that are dressed. Gillespie, generally they'll start Reeves, Gillespie, Rhodes, Schutte, and Penrod. And we'll have to see if that's how it plays out tonight as well. But they're going to go deep into their bench either way tonight, are the Winfield Warriors. They are 9-5 on the season. Louisiana's 3-10.
It'll be fun.
It should be.
It'll be a good night.
I'm thrilled about this gym. I'd seen it on video last night a little bit, but it really looks nice in person. They've got a new floor up here on the stage.
I know.
That may have been here for a
no,
day
it's
or
all
two.
new.
It's all new.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, when I walked in the room over there, which used to be the cafeteria back in the old days, I was lost.
Yeah.
Got a new floor. Where's all the linoleum? And I'm like, where am I?
They upgraded a little bit here this year when they passed that bond issue.
Well, they've done wonders with it. Glad to have you with us, Jim Ross, Marianne Everhart. We're about ready to get with it here in the middle school gym. We'll be back with the starting lineups after this on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pepsi Refreshment Services, Cole Chiropractic Center, and Twin City Bowl.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the number one priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
It's the new year and a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Marshall Chevrolet, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy.
Let's tell you about the Louisiana Bulldogs. They'll be the visitors on the scoreboard tonight in their home or their road Cardinal red jerseys with white numbers and black trim. Starting for them, a sophomore, number 1, Tremaine Chapman. He's 5'9", a 6'2" sophomore. Number 2, Mason Washington, a 5'10" sophomore. Number 3, Angel Ulola, a 6' senior. Number 10, Tyler Pedersen, and a 6'2" senior. Number 15, Remy Feldorf. So it'll be Chapman, Washington, Ulola, Pedersen, and Feldorf. For head coach Matt Smith, he's assisted by Greg Pitzer. As I said, they are 3-10 on the season. For the Winfield Warriors, the 3 seed, starting for them will be a 5'6" senior, number 10, Bryant Reeves, a 5'8" sophomore, number 12, DJ Gillespie, a 6'1" senior, number 22, Charlie Rhodes, a 6'3" junior, number 44, Cannon Schutte, and a 6'1" junior, number 52, Greg Penrod. Penrod, Schutte, Rhodes, Gillespie, and Reeves. For head coach Brian Reeves, they are 9-5 on the season. They'll be the home team on our scoreboard tonight. They're in their home whites with red trim. They've got white numbers. It's white on white. What do you think about those jerseys?
Well, I think they're probably more appropriate for tomorrow night when tomorrow night's whiteout night here at the Bowling Green High School celebrating homecoming weekend. Tomorrow night's whiteout night. Today was Texas Tuesday, and yesterday was America Monday.
America. Not America.
Not America. America.
Yeah, right, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Apparently we've got to throw some slang around. I don't know.
Those white on whites, they've got good black trim around those white numbers so you can see them. Some of them have
like
white,
a white
trim, and
yeah.
you can't hardly read the numbers, particularly if they are wearing them on football jerseys.
Amen to that.
From a long ways off. Louisiana moved from our right to our left. We're on the stage bench side, opposite the bleachers. If you got friends in the area, KJFM, Eagle102.net if they want to watch this on video.
There's a big banner across the top of the web page there, Jim, that says, watch action here. And there you go.
It is. It does. It works.
And remember, we'll have a full recap of scores for you tonight on the website. And we'll update the brackets later this evening, plus a full recap of scores during Eagle 102 Sports tomorrow morning, beginning at 6 a.m.
Brett Rich, Ronnie Richardson, and Jim Garner are the officials for these two games in the small gym. And Louisiana controls the opening tip, and they'll have the first offensive possession. As I said, moving from our right to our left, looks like a little half-court trap 1-3-1 by Winfield. That's caused Louisiana problems in the past. Ulola, hounded by Reeves, still in between the circles trying to get a pick, and Pedersen's going to be called for an illegal pick.
Well, and, we talked about Reeves and his spunkiness, and I tell you what, he wasn't going to let that screen be set, period.
Well, and part of the problem is the dribbler has got to make sure he rubs the defensive player off on the screener, because when he doesn't, that's what happens. The screener tries to lean his shoulder in and is whistled for the foul. So the first team foul gives it back to Winfield. Schutte inside the key area, gives it to Reeves. Now ahead of the key to Gillespie. He'll drive in the paint, kicks to Reeves, left wing, back to Schutte. Louisiana plays straight up man-to-man. That's kind of what Coach Matt Smith does, and many times they do it very well as Reeves goes up and under. Nice reverse layup from the left baseline that time, and he opens the scoring for both teams. And Winfield leads it 2-0. We've played a minute. Ulola in the back court, now into the front court. Splits the trap, gets it to Wash, and he'll step back and shoot the three from the left corner. It's short, no good. Gillespie with the rebound for Winfield. They look to push the pace. Rhodes gets it back to Gillespie. Now Rhodes on the right wing. Dribbles to the head of the key to Reeves. Reeves whips it inside to Schutte. He wasn't paying attention.
Even looking.
He'll kick it back out to Reeves, and they'll reset now with Gillespie between the circles. He's guarded by Washington. Rhodes left side tries to throw it underneath. Too tall. It's it for Schutte, but there's Reeves to pick up the loose ball. Save the turnover there for the Warriors, and they maintain possession. Still working this motion offense. Now Gillespie's going to fire a three. Left wing, it's good.
Nothing but net.
B.J. Gillespie gives Winfield a 5-0 lead right out of the gate here with that three-pointer. Ulola gets it in the high post outside the key area to Felderworth. He'll penetrate in, kick it left corner to Chapman. His three balls all the way. No good. Schutte with the rebound. They'll look to run. His outlet pass is deflected, but Gillespie will come away with it. Dribbles in the paint. Now gets it to Penrod. Penrod to the cutting Rhodes. His layup's up and good. And there's a timeout. They need it. 7-0 Winfield right out of the gate. 5:52 to play in the first. You listen to the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Nutrien Ag Solutions, Hayden Motorsports Center, and Airco Convenience Centers.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Well, I may have mentioned in the pregame that the 1-3-1 has caused Louisiana problems in the past, and that's the case here at the start of this game. Looks like Winfield now switch over to a straight-up man-to-man. Ulola guarded by Reeves. Louisiana having trouble getting into their offense. Felderworth on the right wing. Spins, goes the hole. His shot's blocked by Rhodes. Out of bounds, back to Louisiana.
And he may have made a liar out of me as I said that this gym floor might not be as slick, but he slipped on that spin there.
On the inbounds, it's deflected by Gillespie out of bounds. Even though they've got a new floor, there's not a whole lot of room on the baselines. They've got rid of the restraining lines, which is somewhat interesting as well. On the inbounds, they get it to Chapman. He'll go up in the crowd. It's off the mark, but there's a whistle and a foul. And then we'll go against Cannon Schutte, his first. And we'll have our first free throws of the evening. As Tremaine Chapman will get two shots.
You know, Jim, want to remind folks out there, as you so eloquently put it in the Patriot, there's several rules and things of that nature maybe people don't understand or maybe think they understand. In my case, as far as some of the fouls and things that go, and there's some great definitions in there if you want to check it out. This month's edition of the Eagle 102 Patriot.
Chapman's 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and on the break, Rhodes throws it away. First turnover of the game by either club, and it gives it back to Louisiana. Yeah, the Patriot, if you haven't seen it, it's got a ton of information about the Bowling Green Invitational and all the teams. So pick one up. They're free at your newsstands all over the place. Against this man-to-man defense. Louisiana gets it to Chapman. He'll skip it over to Washington. Washington tries to penetrate in. Nothing doing there. Gives it to Pedersen. Back to Felderworth. He's going to pull up and shoot the three. Off the back of the rim. No good. And we've got a foul on the rebound. And they're going to call it on Winfield, actually. And Louisiana thinks it's the other team's ball. The foul's on White. As all the teams are looking at each other, the foul's on 22 White.
Did he call 22?
He did. He called 22 White. I heard him screaming. Now everybody's standing around like, what?
Mark, I could have swore he threw up a 12 or 21, so I was like.
Mark and I have had the conversation. Whenever you blow your whistle as an official and you call something and nobody else in the gym knows what it is but you, that's probably a problem.
Very well could be.
On the inbounds, Louisiana's shot by Chapman is off the mark. No good. Long rebounds tapped up.
Oh.
And Gillespie gets it to Schutte, but he's not expecting it. He travels.
Yeah, got a hand on that basketball. As he was in mid-stride, he went running across and just wasn't able quite to pull up once his hands touched the basketball.
So back-to-back turnovers by the Warriors. And Louisiana has yet to be able to take advantage of it as they still trail 7-1, 4:40 to play in the first. Chapman skip pass over to Washington. He's run into by Rhodes, and that'll be his second. So will Charlie Rhodes have to take a seat? He will. Immediately up off the bench, Nolan Rikers.
And I tell you what, Charlie Rhodes was one of the big key factors in that win over Clopton at the Clopton Invitational Tournament and, throughout that week.
Rikers a 6-foot junior. Rhodes is their leading scorer, so he'll take a seat for a while, I would suspect, with 2 fouls. Louisiana, and we mentioned about making shots. They haven't been able to do that so far, one of the keys to the game. Chapman's going to drive right baseline. His teardrop won't go. He gets his own rebound and tries to put it up off the glass. It's no good. And a whistle and a foul. And who's that going to be on? Is that going to be
Cole
on
Sams,
Rikers?
I believe. No, look at me being wrong as usual.
Rikers with his first, team's fourth. Chapman will go back to the line. He'll get 2 more shots. 4:15 to play here in the first. As the first free throw is good. Now, if you never shot baskets in this gym, the basket Louisiana is going to is not the shooter's basket because it's hooked to the wall and things are a little tight. On the other end, it hangs from the ceiling, and that's a shooter's rim. We'll see if that holds to be the case as Chapman's 1 for 2 once again. Winfield with the rebound. In the offense now, the corner, Rikers to Schutte. Schutte outside the arc, just to the left of Key. In the near corner, 3-ball by Gillespie's on the way. It's short, rebounds loose. And Chapman will come away with the loose ball rebound. They'll look to push the pace a little bit to Felderworth. Right wing gets it to Pedersen. Pedersen now to Washington. He'll penetrate in with the left hand up, and no good. Penrod with the rebound to Reeves. He'll push it into the front court now, do a 360 and reset things. Penetrates to the right elbow, kicks it to Gillespie. Gillespie goes nowhere. Now to Schutte on the right block. He backs down Washington up off the glass and good. Cannon Schutte with a good offensive mood that time. Stretching the lead back to 7 at 9-2. Felderworth penetrates in. His runner swatted away by Penrod. Loose on the ground. And who comes up with it? Finally Washington. Left side to Chapman. Chapman crosses over, tries to penetrate in. Can't go anywhere. To Felderworth right wing in the corner to Washington now with 3 minutes to play in the first. Pass behind Ulola and a turnover, the first of the game for Louisiana. Gives it back to Winfield with 2:56 to play in the first, trailing 9-2.
Jim, a quick update from the high school gym. It's still in the first quarter, but Van Far leads Silex 10-2.
They get it to Schutte on the right block again. He worked well there. This time it doesn't go. Ulolo with the rebound. He'll get it ahead to Chapman. He's ahead of the pack. He lets the defender go by and shoots the layup.
Such a smart move there by Chapman to wait and not worry about getting denied.
He's got all 4. Back comes Winfield. They work it down to Penrod on the left block. His shot up and good. Nice interior movement that time. Schutte to Penrod. And it's 11-4 lead for Winfield. Down to 2:10 to play in the first. Chapman on the weave. Has it at the head of the key. Hands it back to Washington. He fumbles it, picks it up, takes off to Ulola, now to Felderworth. Felderworth drives into the paint, spin move to the right side. It's well off the mark, no good. Reeves takes it into the front court with 1:50 to play. Reeves on a pick and roll, got away with an illegal pick. The ball's deflected and it'll go out of bounds off of Louisiana into the bleachers on the far sideline.
Full line change coming up.
Multiple subs coming in. Capps and Wyatt Harrison for Louisiana. And for Winfield, Penrod returns. Actually, Cole Sams was already in the game. Wilder will step in for Winfield. Sams head of the key, left wing to Reeves. Reeves gets it to Penrod. Back to Sams. Right wing now to Wilder. You got to watch him. He lives by his name. He can be a wild one.
Wild child.
He got that red hair in a little bun too, and he has his pocket picked by Ulola. Good defense by Angel. He'll take it to the glass and dribbles it off at his foot and turns it right back over to Winfield. 1:15 to play here in the first. 11-4. Warriors on top now. A little full court man pressure by Louisiana. The ball was deflected on the inbounds pass, out of bounds. So Winfield will have to do it again. Cheerleaders are here for both clubs.
Which makes the out of bounds lines even smaller.
Exactly. Full court man pressure by Louisiana. Wilder dribbles through that, now gets it in the far corner as they break the press, and Reeves will now reset things with exactly a minute to play in the first quarter. Wilder, right wing, now to Sams, inside the key area, right corner to Reeves. He'll shoot the three off the back of the heel. No good, and the rebound swatted out of bounds by Sams. Back to Louisiana. As they blew the horn, but the officials didn't hear it, so we play on. Subs were at the table. They weren't able to get into the game, and Harrison tries to get it inside to Patterson, and we've got a whistle and a foul. And that'll be on Sams as the team fouls mount for Winfield. Gillespie will return, and Austin Carson will come in for the first time for the Warriors with 45 seconds to play in the quarter. 15 foul on Winfield. Ulola gets it to Harrison on the inbounds. He looks for some help now as he's picked up his dribble. Skip past to Ulola. He'll dribble into the paint. His running one-hander's up and good. Angel Ulola with his first bucket of the night, and it's 11-6 Winfield. Full court pressure. They get it into Wilder. It goes through his hands. So the defensive pressure working for Louisiana. Fourth turnover by the Warriors. And the Dogs will have a chance to cut into this 5-point lead with 24 ticks to play in the first. Winfield backs off any pressure at all. They're playing straight up man. Washington now lobs it to Ulola, but it's too short. Deflected and stolen away by Rhodes. Winfield will look to push it up. Wilder now to Carson. Carson hands it off to Gillespie. Down to 7. Gillespie to the left elbow in the corner to Carson. He'll shoot the three. It's good. Austin Carson with the second three of the game for Winfield. And that gives them their biggest lead of the night at the quarter. The Winfield Warriors 14, Bulldogs 6. You're listening to the 95th Annual Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Tournament action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Eolia Landscape Company, Crossroads General Store, and Lynn's Heritage House.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Brown's Processing, Craig's Truck and Tractor, and Old Tops Pawn Shop.
Well, Marianne, Louisiana got the turnovers they needed, but were unable to convert them. And then lackadaisical on the last two trips down the floor by Winfield, giving up 5 points. And now they trail by 8, the biggest lead of the game for the Warriors as we start the second quarter.
Well, and the thing with Louisiana that's probably the biggest concern is, Tremaine Chapman has the most points, and 2 of those came off the free throw line.
Without question, he's only got 4. Penrod has it inside the key area to Gillespie. We'll check the lineups for you as we get a chance. Carson to Penrod. Back to Carson. He's got Gillespie, Schutte, and Rikers with him. Rikers now dribbles with the left hand in the paint. He'll run over Caps, and it's a charge. Ryan Caps, good defensive play. Caps, Pedersen, Harrison, Washington, and Donovan Richards getting his first minutes, the young freshman, for the Dogs. Here's that half-court trap again by Winfield. 1-3-1 trap. Harrison to Pedersen. Pedersen at the elbow, passes up the wide open shot, gives it to Harrison in the corner. He's in trouble, and he'll throw it away. Stolen by Rhodes. Rhodes gets it ahead to Carson. He'll drive the paint. His air ball's off the mark. Rikers with the rebound. It's a wild exchange, and Caps comes away with it. Back to Washington. He'll head the other way. He'll put it up with the runner, and it's good.
And that's what they needed. They needed to get a third person in there with the scoring for the Bulldogs, kind of get that offense going.
Washington can score, and he's had a couple games where he's scored in bunches for Louisiana. Penrod in the corner to Carson, far sideline. He'll dribble out to the elbow and now to Gillespie. Gillespie against the man-to-man defense has 2 screeners at the head of the key. They lob it down to Rhodes. Check that Penrod. His shot won't go. He had a wide open layup on the pick and roll, but he missed it from point blank range, and Louisiana with the rebound. Back they come, trailing by 6, 14-8. Washington gets to the Caps. He'll drive baseline, puts it up off the glass, and good.
Now this is the momentum they need to get things going in their direction.
Caps can use that big body of his and works around the glass usually pretty good. His usual problem is converting all the time. He was able to do so there, and the lead's down to 4. Carson gets it into Penrod. Near corner 3 on the way by Rikers. It's off the mark. Rebound to Louisiana. Washington, he's going to be tripped up by Gillespie. And that'll be DJ's first foul.
And while they set that up, again, another update from the high school gym. In the second quarter, Van Far extends their lead, now up a 16-5.
Pedersen will take a seat, as will Harrison. Back into the game is Felderworth and Chapman, as Washington will go to the free throw line, and he'll shoot 1-on-1, as that's the 7th team foul. And it's off the mark and no good. Got to make those free throws. Louisiana usually a pretty good free throw shooting team. Another turnover on the pressure by Winfield, and then Felderworth runs right over the top of Gillespie. Offensive foul on Felderworth. A little bit out of control. Can't fault the hustle.
No.
Just tap the brakes a little bit. So,
big inbound steal of Felderworth, who ended up taking it to the hole and has brought it within 2 for the Bulldogs.
I was writing it down, and it happened so fast I missed the whole thing. So 14-12 our score. Man-to-man full court pressure by Louisiana. They are maybe a little bit quicker than Winfield. Not as tall, obviously.
They may be quicker, and it could be one way or the other, but either way, Winfield wasn't expecting them to be this quick.
Reeves has it, guarded by Chapman. Chapman putting some pressure on him, and he'll get it to Gillespie. Gillespie to the right wing. Looks inside, nothing doing there. It's the Schutte out between the circles. He'll drive down the lane, and we've got a whistle and a foul. And it'll be before the shot, I believe. And it'll be on Washington, his first. And Winfield will have it underneath their own basket. Right side of the paint. Carson to trigger it in to Penrod. They'll work it around to Gillespie, back to Reeves. He's open for 3 from the right corner, and it's good. Third 3-ball of the game for Winfield. And the lead back to 5 at 17-12. In the corner for Louisiana. Back to Richards. Richards hounded. Gets it to Washington. Washington penetrated. He finds a wide open Caps. His layup's up and good. Good look that time by Washington. And it's 17-14. Winfield still on top. Carson in the front court gives it to Reeves. He'll get it to Penrod. Nice pass and nice finish.
I said that was a nice assist there
by Penrod, and it's 19-12. Got some good up and down action here for you in this first round game. To Felderworth, he'll slash down the paint, count the bucket and the foul. Remy Felderworth, as the trailer, got the pass and converted the layup, and he'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Penrod picks up his first for Winfield as the team's 8th.
Pedersen in return. Caps will take a seat for Louisiana. Sam's in. Penrod to the bench for Winfield. Felderworth, this first trip to the free throw line tonight, converts the three-point play, and Ulola will return now, and Washington will take a seat for Louisiana. It's a 19-17 lead for the Warriors. They led by 8 at the quarter, and on the inbounds pass, we have an immediate foul by Ulola. His first. It's full court pressure. Ulola will come back out. Harrison will take his spot. Sams to throw it inbounds for Winfield. Gets it to Reeves. Reeves hustles into the front court, gets it to Schutte. His layup's no good. He gets his own rebound, puts it up to the left hand. It won't go, and it's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say off of Patterson. And Winfield may have got a break there. Schutte was maybe over the top and probably touched it last. But
quite possibly.
Nonetheless, Winfield has it on the left side of the bucket. And they'll lob it in. It's too tall for Gillespie, but he can track it down in the backcourt. And does. And they'll reset it with just under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. 19-17, Winfield on top. Carson left wing. Gets it in the high post to Schutte. He'll shoot it from 15. That's good. Sweet-looking jumper that time by Cannon Schutte. He's got 4, and the lead's back to 4 at 21-17. Richards in the front court for Louisiana. They're trying to get a play set up as play number 5 is being called. Harrison gets it on the left wing now. He'll ball fake to the baseline, shoot a fadeaway jumper. It's short, no good. Schutte with the rebound. He throws it ahead too far for Carson. And stolen away by Richards. 8th turnover of the game for Winfield. Now to Felderworth, a 15-footer from the baseline's good. Remy Felderworth, he's got 7, and just like that, it's 21-19. Timeout on the floor, 3:12 to play in the quarter. This is the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102, brought to you by All-American Pumping and Drain, Pike County Title Company, and Carol Rose's Bridal.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Air Evac, Spring Hollow Coffee, and J&D Tire and Auto.
Really nice flow to this game here in the second quarter. It's a 21-19 lead for Winfield. Louisiana in full court pressure. Winfield has it underneath the Louisiana bucket. They get it into Reeves. Louisiana will try and jump and trap if they can. They get it to Schutte into the front court now. Dribbles down the paint, kicks it to the corner to Carson. He decides not to take the shot. To Sams at the free throw line. He'll just shoot the 15-footer. Nobody guarded him, and he drains it. And that's 23-19 Winfield. They've led by as many as 8 in this game. Have the Warriors. Louisiana has never led. Now Carson's going to be whistled for the foul. And that'll send the young freshman Donovan Richards to the free throw line. And is that 10 or is that 9? Looks like it's going to be number 9. So Richards will get a 1-on-1 opportunity. With 2:47 to play here in the half. Free throws up, back the rim, no good. Gillespie with the rebound. Louisiana having trouble from the free throw line in this first half. Reeves in the backcourt now with 2:40 to play, leading 23-19, guarded by Chapman. Gets it into the front court now to Sam. Sam's in the key area and in the near corner for 3 to Rhodes. His shot's off the mark. Schutte with the long rebound to Gillespie. Back to Reeves. He'll shoot the 3 this time. It's no good. And Felderworth will grab the rebound for Louisiana. He heads the other way, full steam ahead, gets it to Chapman. but he's going to be fouled on the entry pass. And Reeves will pick up that foul, his first. And Louisiana will go back to the free throw line where Chapman will have the honors. This time it'll be 2. He's 2 for 4 from the line so far tonight. 5'9" sophomore Tremaine Chapman. First one's on its way, rattles around and drops.
Kind of acted like it didn't want to go in.
Did you hear how tight that rim was?
I did.
Watch at the other end when it happens. He'll get a second. Washington up off the bench. If this one goes in, he'll come into the game. It's good by Chapman. Washington will come in, and Richards will take a seat. 2:18 to play, 23-21. Winfield on top. Schutte gets it into Reeves. He'll get it across the timeline. They've got a little 3-on-2, but Sams now waits, and he's in a double team. Gets it to the head of key to Schutte, left wing to Reeves. Reeves now backs up, guarded by Chapman. He'll get it to Rhodes. Rhodes now into the right post to Schutte. He shoots a wild one-handed kind of baby hook, but it goes off the glass and good.
Let's be honest, with his wingspan, it's almost like he could just tip it in.
He's got 6, the lead back to 4 at 25-21. Washington now gets it to Felderworth, and his shot swatted away by Schutte. Got it on the block, and the big fellow was the eraser at the glass. And Winfield maintains possession after the block. Reeves into the front court now, right wing. Head of the key to Schutte. They whip it left wing to Gillespie, and it goes through his hands. Another unforced error by the Warriors. 9th turnover of the game. Gives it back to Louisiana with 1:31 to play in the half. 25-21. Winfield on top. Ulola walks it across the timeline now. He's going to lob it to Washington. He makes the catch, puts it up off the glass, and good. If you notice, they're trying to make Ulola use his left hand. He likes to dribble dominantly with the right. Now Schutte cuts to the paint as the trailer. His shot won't go on a pass from Rhodes. Felderworth with the rebound. Louisiana heads the other way. They can tie or take the lead. Pedersen penetrates in. His runner's off the glass. No good. Schutte with the rebound for Winfield. Under a minute to play here in the first. Rhodes gets away with the travel. Now to Schutte in the key area, just outside the free throw line. Spin goes to the right block, hands it to Rhodes in the near corner. Back to Schutte. They work a little three-man game with Reeves now, down to 39 seconds to play. Left wing now to Gillespie, skip past to Rhodes, head of the key to Reeves. And check that at Schutte. Schutte to Gillespie to Rhodes. Rhodes will drive light baseline, gets to the glass, up and good. Charlie Rhodes with a nice move to the bucket, used his strength. And it's 27-23. Felderworth to Washington in the corner to Pedersen. Down to 16 seconds. Felderworth's open from 3. Had the key. It's good.
Nailed it.
Remy Felderworth with a much-needed 3. And the lead is 1. Down to 10 seconds. Reeves now on a 2-on-1 with Sams. Gets it to Sams. His layup's up and good with 3 seconds. And nobody to take it out for Louisiana. And that's going to do it for the first half. And it's a good one. Your score, the Winfield Warriors 29, the Louisiana Bulldogs 26. The halftime show is next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Nutrien Ag Solutions, Hayden Motorsports Center, and Airco Convenience Centers. Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
People's Bank & Trust mobile banking app gives you the convenience of banking from anywhere. Simply download the free app for your Android or Apple device and get started managing your accounts, transferring funds, paying bills, and depositing checks. People's Bank & Trust online at www.pbtc.net. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
High School Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pam Todd Watts Realty, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, and All Parts.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
29-26 our score. We're at half. Winfield Warriors lead it over the Louisiana Bulldogs. Marianne That was a pretty entertaining half of basketball there.
Well, you know, the first quarter, I was like, oh, man, is this going to be a long game? Then, boy, in that second quarter, Louisiana really stepped it up, and I tell you what, really came alive. If they can hold out at that same pace and things of that nature here in the second half, we're going to have quite a game.
Defensively, they were able to turn Winfield over with. They didn't convert on some of those early turnovers that they could have theoretically had the lead, but they have never led in this game, while Winfield led by as many as 8. Let's take a look at the scoring for you. First for the Warriors, number of players in the scoring column as they've gone about 9 deep. Leading them is Cannon Schutte with 6, Bryant Reeves with 5, 4 each for Greg Penrod, Cole Sams, and Charlie Rhodes, 3 each for DJ Gillespie and Austin Carson. They did not shoot a free throw in the first half. They made 3 3-pointers, however, and that was key to them jumping out to an early lead. For Louisiana, Remy Felderworth leads them with 10. Tremaine Chapman with 6, 4 each for Ryan Capps and Mason Washington, and 2 for Angel Ulola. Louisiana's 5 for 9 from the free throw line. 9 turnovers for Winfield, 6 turnovers for Louisiana. So they did a pretty good job of taking care of the basketball. Initially, they had some problems, did Louisiana, but in the second quarter, they took care of things and fought back from that 8-point lead. Actually got it to within 1, but they trail by 2 or 3 now at 29-26.
All right, we'll take a quick break here on the Sailor and Satellite Center halftime report. When we return, we'll recap action from last night, give you an update from the other gym, and set up games that are still going on tonight as you're listening to Bowling Green tournament action on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Mick Mailer & Sons Backhoe Service, Bud Jones Towing and Recovery, and Advanced Eye Care.
Let Bowling Green Insurance be your crop insurance specialist. Bowling Green Insurance Agency and NAU Country provide farmers with superior crop insurance protection and the fast, friendly service our customers deserve. Call Fred Carlson or Jackie Mayer at 573-324-CROP or stop by our office at 310 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green to discuss a protection plan that is right for your farming operation. NAU Country and Bowling Green Insurance are an equal opportunity provider.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Veolia Landscaping Supply, Meyer Implement, and Calumet of Missouri.
Hi, folks. This is Eric Schaefer. With sports season upon us, be treated like the pros. If your athlete has experienced an injury during a game or practice, let our experienced sports medicine team at Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy Department get them back to play. We have 2 locations to better serve our community: Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy and Sports Medicine in Louisiana and Bowling Green. Pike County Memorial Hospital. Community owned, nationally known.
It's good to aim high, and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
Bowling Green tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bouquet Florist, Elisha Koenig, Remax Realty Shop Agent, and Orff Construction.
Well, we got to give a shout out to the hospitality room.
Oh, absolutely.
You've been down there 2 nights.
No, I didn't make it last night.
You didn't?
I did not.
Well, you were in there for an hour tonight.
I was not in there for an hour.
That made up for it.
Either way, we appreciate them.
Great vittles. I didn't pay any attention. Did they have a video up this year?
They do have video up this year.
Maybe they can hear us. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
If I put it in order, do you think they'll bring it?
You might try.
Probably not.
You can try.
Yeah, we always appreciate the hospitality rooms as we have to get here pretty early. And I didn't have time to cook dinner at my house. What about you?
No.
Do you ever cook dinner at your house? You don't?
No.
Man, poor Sean.
Sean works on the road. That's poor Ethan.
Poor Ethan.
Poor Ethan's the one that suffers. Hey, let's give you an update from the other gym. They are at half there as well, and right now Vanfar leads Silex 32-17.
So Silex hanging around. That was a 10-point game when they played down at Silex. However, I think one of Silex's leading scorers is injured tonight and not playing, Brian Hinkie. If if our information is correct. So they're hanging around with Van Far being a little short-handed tonight. Louisiana's hanging around right here, too, as the 6th seed against the 3 seed Winfield. They trail 29-26 here at half. And Marianne, what's Louisiana got to do to get back into this?
I think
win this game. They're in it for sure.
Well, I think you really hit the nail on the head earlier. You got to take advantage of those turnovers. They did a great job of getting Winfield to turn over the ball, especially when they started putting the full court man-to-man defense in. They got several of them right off the inbounds play or there very quickly. But you've got to get that ball in the hoop to make it happen. Now, maybe your theory is correct. They're going to be down at, I believe you called this end, the shooter's end. Because of the way the basket was hanging. But, do that and definitely watch the fouls. Remy Feldworth has been doing a great job offensively and defensively, especially on the rebound. So you make sure he stays in this basketball game to go against the shooties and the things of that nature. But keep pushing them. It looked like Winfield was getting maybe even a little winded towards the end. So if they can keep up this pace, it'll be a lot more fun.
No foul trouble for Louisiana. Rhodes with 2 for Winfield. One thing, it's been a problem for Louisiana all year, and I think when I say this, you'll recognize it. Particularly late in that quarter, they gave up several easy buckets at the end of the first quarter and at the end of the second quarter just by not getting back. Louisiana has a tendency when something doesn't go right on the offensive end, they don't hustle back and defend the bucket. They give up odd man breaks, and we saw 2 or 3 of those with some nice passes and layups at the end of that second quarter, or they would be leading this. And if they can correct that, just that. I mean, they've been doing that all year. I've made this comment multiple times this year. Get back on defense. Just because you messed up on offense or didn't score on offense doesn't mean you just quit.
Well, it's funny because Kelly Borshett and I were talking about that last night, and some of the things I think the kids have trouble remembering is, that play was just moments ago. You got to shake it off. As soon as that happens, you got to shake it off and get recentered.
And most of the major coaches, or probably any coach, will tell you rest on offense, you got to bust it on defense. Yep. That's going to do it for the halftime show. We'll be back with the third quarter after this on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix, Kearns Construction, and Jim Hartung and Sue Bowen, financial advisors with Ameriprise Financial Services.
Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, Business 61 North in Bowling Green.
It's the new year and a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
29-26 our score at half. We're about ready to start the third quarter.
Might remind you we have more basketball action, of course, going on tonight. We have a game immediately following this. This should be a good one. It's a rematch of a game that just took place on Saturday as number 4 Colompdale take on number 5 North Callaway. And, of course, in the high school gym, number 2 Bowling Green will face number 7 Ellsbury.
Original starting lineups back in the game for Louisiana, and all but the original starters except for Penrod. Sams is in his spot for Winfield. Louisiana will have it as we start the third quarter of action here at the 95th annual Bowling Green Invitational. Winfield will come out in a man-to-man defense. Chapman has it left wing. Let's see who can get untracked early here. Washington turns it over. That's not what you drew up in the locker room, I can guarantee you. Now Washington's going to steal it right back. Gets Stulola to Chapman. His layup's up and good. So
there you go.
They correct that with a turnover of their own, and Chapman ends up with a layup. And it's a 1-point lead. Now a 5-second violation as Rhodes can't get it in against this man-to-man pressure. And the 11th turnover of the game will give Louisiana the ball back with a chance to take the lead with a bucket.
I'm glad to see they picked up the momentum right where they left it off.
Ulolo, they're triggered in, baseline left side, and throws it away. Stolen by Reeves. He'll head the other way. He runs into Pedersen. They'll count the bucket and the foul. Pedersen kind of just running along, got in the way. Reeves was able to make contact with him, score the bucket, and gets the harm. And he'll go to the line to try and stretch this lead back to 4 as Louisiana got right back in it. And now fall behind again as Reeves rattles the free throw home. His hard hat three-point play. That's a term I heard the other day. I never heard it that way.
Nope.
Hard hat three-point play, yeah.
Can also say I've never heard that myself.
Working hard at it, I guess. Inside to Feldorf. He has it stolen away again. So 3 turnovers early in this third quarter. Exactly what they did in the first quarter did to the Bulldogs. Rhodes goes to the bucket. His shot won't go. But Winfield with the rebound. Reeves will reset it now between the circles. Up by 4, 32-28. Gillespie right wings. They run a little shuffle cut offense against this man-to-man defense. Schutte dribbles to the left wing now. And out to Rhodes between the circles. He's guarded by Washington. In the high post now to Sams. Sams tries to force it in down low. Stolen away by Felderworth. Felderworth on the move. Slows down. He's taking it to the glass, but we've got a whistle and a foul. You could see it in Felderworth's eyes.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was going to the basket no matter what.
It was going to happen. And I think maybe Winfield was looking there, hoping at least for a jump ball.
Sams picks up his second foul. Ulola looks, and he'll finally get it into Felderworth. Felderworth now will reset it to Ulola. Down to 6:25 to play in the third. 32-28. Louisiana can use a bucket here. Chapman on a pick and roll with Felderworth. He has it deflected. It's loose on the floor and in the corner. And what do we have? A jump ball? Timeout for Louisiana. 6:16 to play in the third. 32-28. Winfield on top. You're listening to the 95th Annual Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Tournament action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Eolia Landscape Company, Crossroads General Store, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
32-28, so Louisiana will maintain possession in the near corner.
Yeah, it's around the corner. We can't even see.
Can't see who's throwing it in. Let's take a wild guess. Let's see. Have no idea.
Pedersen?
Pedersen's going to be my guess if he's still in the game.
Looky there. We're right.
And they get it in without incident. They've had a problem with that in this game. To Ulola, left wing Washington. They need to get Washington untracked. He's only got 4. Ulola now to Washington in the far corner. Tries to get it inside to Felderworth, but Schutte swats it out of bounds.
Tell you what, they're going to have to find something different there. Every time they're feeding it inside to Felderworth, and that's where a couple of turnovers came over early here in this half. Schutte's wingspan is just so large that he's going to have to either get better position underneath there or they have to figure out something else.
On the inbounds, Washington shoots a 3. It won't go. It's an air ball. Chapman grabs the rebound. He's fouled. We'll see if they count that in the act of shooting. They will. And so Tremaine Chapman will shoot the first free throws of the second half. He'll get 2. Foul is on Gillespie, his second for Winfield. First free throw off the mark. Got to make those free throws. They were 5 for 9 in the first half. Now they're 5 for 10. 50% won't cut it. Misses both of them. Reeves with the rebound for Winfield. He's in a double team. Gets it out to Schutte. It's still loose on the floor, and Schutte and Pedersen collide right here in front of us, and Pedersen will pick up his third foul with 5:49 to play in the third. Full court man pressure by Louisiana. They get it into Gillespie. Gillespie guarded by Pedersen down the short corner to Rhodes. He'll shoot it from 15. It's an air ball. Felderworth with the rebound. Felderworth needs to slow down. Let's get it to a guard. Set something up. Ulola penetrates into the paint. He'll go up. He's going to kick it to the corner. And an offensive foul as he ran over Gillespie. Got in the air on the pass. Hard to do that these days. You got to jump, stop, and pass it. Can't fly through the air.
Can't fly like Jordan.
Those days are over with. So the foul gives it back to Winfield, still up by 4. Now Washington on the steal with the press. Felderworth gets to Ulola into Chapman. Corner 3 balls on the way. It's good.
That is nice.
Tremaine Chapman with his first three-pointer of the night. And we've got a whistle and a foul on the press. It's 32-31. Winfield on top.
Yolola picking up his third.
He's got to stay in this game. Coach Smith screaming at Angel to not foul. So they didn't get him out of the game with 3 fouls. Rhodes has it in the head of the key now, far corner to Gillespie. He tries to get in the post, and it's kicked and deflected by Chapman, and so that'll give Harrison a chance to come in and get Ulola out without picking up his fourth.
Looks like we're getting another sub in.
Another sub coming
Richards.
in will be Richards. I see his brother Derek over there in the stands. So Winfield has it. Free throw line extended far sideline. Into Reeves. Double screen at the head of the key. Reeves is going to penetrate in. His runner's up and good.
I tell you what, he can make some things happen. Now it says that he's 5'8" or 5'6", but I'm kind of curious about that.
And Rhodes is going to be whistled for the foul on Chapman. That'll be his third. So we'll see if he stays in the game. Louisiana will have it on the far sideline, still trailing 34-31. Richards gets it to Washington. Washington on her runners, up no good. Rebound swatted away. Harrison's going to pick it up. Skips to the head of the key. They whip it around to Chapman. Chapman tries to penetrate in, finds some space, but has it swatted away and loses the handle. Sams picks it up for Winfield. Got to take care of the basketball. Winfield back into the front court. Gillespie on a double pick and roll, tries to throw it inside. It's loose on the floor. Who's going to come up with it? We're going to say Winfield did. And we've got a timeout on the floor as Washington's got a problem with his right shoulder. We'll step aside. 4:11 to play in the third. 34-31 Winfield. You're listening to Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102. Brought to you by All-American Pumping and Drain, Pike County Title Company, and Carol Rose's Bridal.
Don't let winter stop you from looking ahead to spring. Eolia Landscape Supply knows that fall cleanup is still underway when weather cooperates. Whether it's getting rid of leaves or cutting back shrubs to allow for new growth, Eolia Landscape is also available when you want a new design, fresh mulch, or maybe a new rock bed. They carry several types and sizes of rocks, and they're there to help if you're a do-it-yourselfer or need some assistance. Located at 290 North Old Highway 61 in Eolia. Visit their Facebook page for specials. Let Eolia Landscape Supply and Show Me Landscape Design help meet all your landscaping needs.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
After getting him up off the court, looks good, walks back to the bench. We are in a timeout. So with the score of 34-31, Winfield leads Louisiana. Oh, never mind. They're not going to take the full timeout. So how about I just stop talking?
Well, Washington was on the ground reaching for that loose ball, and a Winfield player dove for it and dove on his arm, and he's holding his shoulder. And Eric Schaefer is doing his magic, checking him out.
That's right. The folks
in the bench. Hopefully he'll be okay. So,
folks at PCMH here helping out as usual. So we're thankful to them.
4:11 to play in the third. 34-31. Winfield has the lead and the ball as Penrod is checked back in the game for Winfield. Caps returns for Louisiana for Washington. 3-ball on the way by Schutte from the head of the key. It's good.
It was pretty, too.
He's got 9, and the lead grows to 6. Chapman's shot partially blocked. Turnover gives it back to Winfield. They head the other way, so Louisiana fought their way back into this. Now they trail all of a sudden by 6. Rhodes gets it to Penrod. His shot up off the glass, no good. Rebound to Caps.
And the sad part is Chapman keeps shaking his hand. I don't know if he got jammed up there when he had that block or not. He keeps holding it.
Harrison dribbles out of trouble, gets it to Richards. 1-3-1 trapped this time by Winfield, and the ball is kicked. It nearly hits us, nearly hits the scores, hit the top of the stage, landed back down on the score table. That was quite a deflection.
That was quite a deflection.
Rhodes. Carson will come in. Rhodes will take a seat. Reeves out as well. Rikers comes in for Winfield. Down to 3:21 to play in the third. 37-31. Harrison into the double team, turns it over. You can't do that, young man. And Carson goes for the layup. Dribbles right into that corner in no man's land into a double team. That's what they want to do is trap it. Felderworth gets it inside now to Caps. He ball fakes, goes up, and he's whistled for the travel.
And we are back to the largest lead of the night for Winfield, matching it 8 o'clock, or 8.
8 o'clock. It's
8
not
o'clock,
quite 8
yeah.
o'clock yet. 39-31, so after all that fighting, now Louisiana's kind of fallen on hard times. Schutte with it now to Gillespie. Winfield in against this man-to-man defense. Washington getting hurt seems to take the wind out of their sails. Gillespie's three won't go. It did about a 180. And Louisiana with the rebound. They need a bucket in the worst way. Back to this 1-3-1 trap that got Louisiana the big lead in the first quarter. Harrison's going to drive baseline. He's in a double team. They whip around now to Chapman. Chapman ball fakes, goes into the paint. His shot's up, no good. There's going to be a blocking foul on Gillespie. That'll be his third. And Louisiana will have it underneath the basket right side of the paint. Reeves will return for Gillespie, who will sit with 3 fouls. Rhodes to trigger it in for Louisiana. Gets it to Chapman in the near corner. Winfield looks like they're in a straight-up man-to-man this time. Harrison tries to dribble out of trouble, guarded by Reeves. He'll hand it off to Richards. He'll slash into the paint. His runner's off the glass, no good. Rebound to Winfield. Louisiana hadn't scored for a while. Reeves back into the near corner to Carson. Carson into the post area to Penrod. His shot won't go. Loose rebounds picked up by Richards. Richards now look to run, but he's corralled by Reeves, and they'll slow things now to Harrison. Harrison kicks it to Felderworth. Hill running one-hander's going to go in. They're going to count it, and there's a whistle and a foul. The foul is going to go on Rikers, his second. And to the free throw line, Remy Felderworth with a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play. 39-33. Felderworth's free throws from the rim, no good. Rebound to Rikers. Louisiana misses another free throw. They're 0 for 3 here in this third quarter. Reeves in left-handed baseball pass to Schutte. He's into the front court now. To Rikers on the far wing. Down to a minute 30 to play in the third. Reeves now between the circles for Winfield. Against the man-to-man defense. Rikers left wing. He's going to pull up, shoot the three. It's good.
And that's what we saw, a lot at the Clopton tournament was those threes. They lived and died by them. Winfield did.
That's their 5th three of the game. Rikers first, and the lead back to the biggest of the night at 9 now. As Richards penetrates through, throws one up, it goes off the glass and goes in. Back they come to the Warriors, leading 42-35. Reeves kicks it in the near corner. Rikers open for 3 again. It's good. Count the bucket and the foul. Uh-oh, we could have a 4-point play. Foul's going to go on Caps, his first. Rikers is going to have his 6th point of the game and have a chance to see a not often seen 4-point play if he can convert the free throw. Wilder will come in, and Schutte, I think it's Schutte, he'll take a seat.
Wilder looked like he was a little confused as to where he was going.
10-point lead for Winfield, the biggest of the game. Free throws up, and it's good. So a 4-point play for Nolan Rikers. And the lead is now 11 for Winfield, and what looked like Louisiana was going to get back in it, now they're threatening to get blown out of here. Richards between the circles. We're down to 35 seconds to play. He'll penetrate left elbow, and he's going to be fouled by Reeves. Reeves second. Reeves tried to help him up. Richards gave him a little go away. Some of the Winfield fans weren't too appreciative of that. Harrison's open for 3 from the corner on the inbound play. It's no good. Carson with the rebound. Carson got away with an offensive foul. Did it again, and now he's going to call it. Who are they going to call it on?
Nope, they're calling it on Richards.
They are calling it on Richards. The official didn't have the position we had, as Carson was giving him the forearm shiver 3 different times, and they didn't get the call.
And the funny part is Carson is a full head taller than Richards.
Yeah, easily. Down to 15. Reeves is going to penetrate in, tries to skip it out to Rikers. He's got the hot hand. Down to 9. To Reeves. He'll get it back with 7 on a pick and roll with Sams. Reeves going to go to the glass, shoots a layup, and good. Nobody picked him up. Reeves goes to the bucket, and that'll do it for the third quarter. A great third quarter it was for the Warriors. They lead at 48-35. Fourth quarter's next on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bouquet Florist, Elisha Koenig, Remax Realty Shop Agent, and Orff Construction.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the number one priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services. Bank on your own terms with Freedom checking from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom checking from Bank of Louisiana.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Rawls County Mutual Insurance, Orff Construction, and B&B Automotive.
Well, the wheels on the bus fell off for Louisiana in that third quarter. Winfield outscored them 19-9 after they got it to within 1.
Yeah.
And a bunch of turnovers, an injury to Washington. And actually, the injury to Washington, that's when things started going downhill. I don't know if they lost their confidence or what. But they trail it by 13, and Winfield has the ball to start the fourth quarter. Reeves, Rikers, Sams, Carson, and Wilder for the Warriors as they work against this man-to-man defense of Felderworth, Ulola, Chapman, Harrison, and Felderworth. And Felderworth's going to be whistled for the foul on an entry pass into the post area, just his second.
But it is the team's 7th, so it's going to send Wilder to the free throw line for the first 1-1.
Winfield hasn't shot many free throws tonight.
This is only their 3rd, isn't it?
It is. And Wilder's
they missed.
First 1-1 is off the mark. And Louisiana will head the other direction. Harrison got away with the double dribble, gives it to Felderworth. He reverse pivots down the left side of the lane. It won't go off the glass. Good move that time. Just couldn't convert.
Are you sure this end down here is the shooter's end?
The lid's on the bucket right now for Louisiana, no question about it. Carson now to Rikers. Rikers in the mid-post area to Sams. He'll penetrate to the right block, up off the glass and good. Cole Sams using that big body of his at 6'2", and it's a 50-35. 15 points is the biggest lead of the game. Full court press by Winfield, stolen, thrown away by Harrison. Now Winfield turns it right back over to Felderworth. Neither team doing a very good job taking care of the basketball. Ulola now comes for Louisiana. He'll shoot a running one-hander off the window, no good. Reeves with the rebound. He heads the other way, up and down we go. He'll get it to Carson. He'll put it up and score. Carson with a nice catch as that pass from Reeves was a little behind him, and he was able to convert it. Felderworth in the front court now, looks for some help. Gets it to Ulola, right wing to Chapman. 17-point lead, and it wasn't 4 minutes ago. It was a 1-point game. Not anymore. So Winfield will settle into a sagging man-to-man defense. Harrison now penetrates with the left hand, gets it to Ulola. He'll shoot the three. Good.
They needed that big time.
Angel Ulola with his first three-pointer of the game. And it's 52-38 with 6 minutes to play in the game. Rikers gets it to Carson. He slashes down the paint. His shot won't go. Harrison with the rebound, and he'll be fouled by Wilder. And we are going to shoot a lot of free throws in this next 5 minutes and 54 seconds.
We are.
And we're going to walk to the other end this time, and the freshman Wyatt Harrison will get a one-on-one opportunity. He has not scored yet tonight. Now's his chance.
And this is where the free throws will be key for Louisiana. You've got to sink them at this opportunity.
Score without the clock running, as they say. And they don't. Off the mark. Rhodes with the rebound for Winfield. He'll get it to his senior counterpart, Reeves, and he'll be fouled by Ulola. That'll be his fourth, I believe.
That is correct. Just a quick update from the other gym right now. Van Farr leads Silix 53-28.
Have you got this game on? That game on over there?
I pull it up every now and again and check it out.
Ah, you're slick, aren't you? Reeves makes the first of his 1-on-1. He'll get a second. He's had a good second half so far. He's got 5 and 10 for the game. Second one's on its way, and it's good as well. And it's back to a 16-point lead at 54-38. Full court pressure by Winfield. 2-2-1 zone press. Felderworth fires it ahead to Pedersen. He's going to be fouled by Schutte. His second. And Pedersen will go to the line to shoot a 1-on-1. As I said, we'll shoot a bunch of free throws from here on out. This game may end about midnight.
Maybe.
Not really. First free throw by Pedersen's up and good.
I mean, I would hope, but if we got to do what we got to do, and we're committed, Jim Ross.
We are. No, you wouldn't let me leave if I wanted. Second free throw by Pedersen's up and good. He's got 2. And it's 54-40. Full court pressure by Louisiana. They get it into Wilder to Rhodes. Rhodes in the backcourt. He'll dribble it in the front court for the Warriors to Wilder. He'll get it to Schutte, cutting down the paint. He makes the catch up off the glass and good. They run that trailer on the break very nicely. They've done that a couple times and ended up with layups. And that's a 16-point lead as the pass is deflected, stolen by Reeves. Reeves gets it to Carson. Carson had the key to Schutte. Schutte lobs it inside to Rhodes. He makes the catch. He's by himself and tips his own shot in. Missed the first one, got the second one. And Louisiana wants a timeout. 18 points is the lead, the biggest of the game for the Warriors. 5:04 to play in the ball game. You're listening to 95th. 95th Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe Service, Bud Jones Towing and Recovery, and Advanced Eye Care. If you happen to find yourself looking for somewhere new to get your vehicle serviced, Pogue Ford in Bowling Green is here to remind you they can handle all brands of vehicles. However, if you have GM or Chrysler warranty, they will shuttle those to their sister Hannibal locations to make sure your warranty stays intact. Pogue Ford, serving the communities they call home. Pogue Ford, Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and Kathy Clean.
58-40. Winfield leads it. They're the number 3 seed, looking to advance on to a semifinal round game on Thursday night, where they'll face the winner of the Bowling Green Ellsbury game, which will take place at 7 o'clock tonight over in the high school gym. Out of the timeout, Louisiana with the ball. Felderworth had the key, right wing to Richards. He'll fire a 3 from the rim, no good. Schutte with the rebound for Winfield. To Rhodes, up to Reeves. Reeves is going to take it in 1-on-3, and he's going to have it blocked, but the foul is going to go on Felderworth.
And here we go with the fouls again.
Yeah, we'll have a hard time going up and down one time without having a whistle, I'm going to bet you. So Reeves will be back at the free throw line where he's perfect so far tonight. And he rattles the first one home. 19 foul on Louisiana. He'll get a second. It's off the back of the rim, no good. I guess I jinxed him. So with 4:35 to play, it's a 19-point lead for the Warriors. Chapman to Harrison. Harrison to to Chapman. Chapman dribbles from the right wing, gets it to the block, and there's another whistle and a foul. The foul's going to go on Carson's. It'll be his second. And back to the free throw line is Tremaine Chapman. He'll get 2 shots.
I tell you what, at least we can say the fouls are even. That's the 19th foul for Winfield.
That it is.
Nobody can complain about that.
First free throw's good. Chapman's got 12 tonight. Can he make it 13? And off the rim, no good, but he gets his own rebound. Nobody blocked him out. Harrison now to Chapman. As they'll reset. Felderworth's open for 3. It's way off the mark. Harrison picks up the loose ball, rebound, and scores. Nobody even around him. He shot a layup.
Well, let's be honest. He's the shortest guy on the court. He probably just slipped in there. Nobody saw him.
It's the way it played out, and whether that was the plan or not.
It worked. We'll take it.
Winfield back into the front court. Reeves will take control of it now in between the circles. Left side to Wilder. Wilder to the head of the key to Schutte. Schutte right wing to Carson. On to Wilder cutting. His shot's blocked by Felderworth and picked up by Chapman as it's knocked out of bounds. But it'll go back to Louisiana, so the turnover gives it back to Louisiana, trailing 59-43. Lola will return. Richards will take a seat for Louisiana. Louisiana's got to go in a hurry. Time is not their friend. Patterson right wing now to Chapman. And then slip cut. Patterson goes to the hole and scores. Tyler Patterson's got 4 in the second half, 4 for the game. And it's 59-45. Back into the front court. Reeves is going to penetrate in, takes it to the glass, up and good. He's done that a ton tonight, particularly here in the second half. He's got 9 in the second half and 14 in the game. For the Warriors, Patterson's 3 ball hits nothing but the backboard. Carson with the loose ball rebound. Reeves will walk it in the front court with exactly 3 minutes to play in the ball game. To the right wing, Reeves tries to throw it inside, stolen away by Yalola. He throws it away on the break, and then Carson's whistled for the travel. So let's see, that's 2 turnovers for Winfield and 1 for Louisiana in that exchange. And the result is Louisiana gets the ball underneath their own basket left side as Sams will return. Carson will take a seat for the Warriors. Gillespie back in as well for Winfield. Yalola looks, nobody's moving, and now he gets whistled for a 5-second violation. You just got to have some basketball knowledge to know to throw that off his foot or something than eating it. But the sophomore did not do it, and the turnover gives it back to Winfield. Rhodes ahead to Reeves. He's going to penetrate in, gets it to Sams. His layup's up and good. They run the break well, do the Warriors, and they convert that opportunity. Chapman goes in, has his shot swatted by Rhodes, but he's going to be whistled for the foul. That'll be his 4th. And back to the free throw line is Tremaine Chapman. He'll get 2. Down to 2:34 to play in the game. First one's up and good. He'll get a second as Yalola will take a seat, and Richards will come in for him.
Another update from the other gym in the fourth quarter. Van Far leads Silex of 59-34.
Chapman makes them both this time, and it's 63-47 here in the middle school gym. And Rhodes nearly throws away, but Reeves comes away with it, got away with a carry. Now it's loose on the floor, still loose. Harrison picks up the loose ball, gets it to Chapman. He's going to penetrate in. His layup won't go. And then he'll foul Rhodes on the rebound, and we'll walk to the other end. Rhodes has not been to the free throw line tonight. He'll get 2 this trip down to 2:22 to play. I'll say one thing. Neither team's quit playing. They're getting after each other.
No, they sure are.
Charlie Rhodes, first free throw is off the mark. He'll get a second. Nolan Ricker's at the score table. He'll take Rhodes a seat. So now do you miss this so you get to stay in the game? Well, he did.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean.
Louisiana with the rebound. Trailing by 16. Richards waits and gets in a double team in. Now to Felderworth to Pedersen. He'll slash down the paint. Schutte swats it away. Schuette's had a boatload of blocks tonight. Now they get it ahead to Rhodes. His layup's up and good. Great left-handed pass from Reeves. Broke the press. And they shoot a layup at the other end. Felderworth's going to penetrate in. His layup's no good. Sams with the rebound for the Warriors. He'll dribble it up the floor. Nobody stopped him yet. He continues to go. Goes all the way to the glass. And his shot's blocked. But there's a whistle and a foul. Man, you got to stop the basketball. And nobody did that. And Sams took it coast to coast all the way to the paint. Now he'll get 2 shots.
And Felderworth picks up his 4th foul.
With 1:46 to play in the ball game. Sams, a 6'2" sophomore. He's got 8, make it 9. Nice soft touch there by the big fella. Schuette and Rhodes out. Rikers and Penrod in for the Warriors. Sams will get the 2nd. And it's good as well. Remember, Winfield made it to the championship game of the Clopton tournament. Harrison in a double team in the far corner. He continues to get in double teams. He just can't do that. And Coach Smith calls a timeout. 20 points is the lead for Winfield. 1:36 to play in the 95th annual Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix, Kearns Construction, and Jim Harton and Sue Bowen, financial advisors with Ameriprise Financial Services.
The Mercantile Bank in Louisiana says now's the time to sign up for online banking and bill pay. With online banking, you can bank day or night from your home, office, or anywhere with internet access. Check account balances, view checks, and much more. Stop in today to learn more at the Mercantile Bank, downtown Louisiana. Your hometown bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate and the Twin Pike Family YMCA.
67-47. That's the biggest lead of the game for Winfield.
And we have a final from the other gym as Van Far advances on. They beat Silex 62-34.
So they raise their record to 15-2 on the season. Back here, Richards on the dribble, hands it to Harrison. Freshman to freshman. Yeah, Louisiana's pretty young. Wilder back in the game for Winfield to Richards. Richards now right wing to Chapman. He'll shoot the 3. It's off the mark, no good. Felderworth with the rebound. Back to Harrison. Harrison penetrates in the paint and tries to force it in down low, and we're going to say it's kicked. And the kicking violation will give it back to Louisiana with 1:07 to play in the ballgame. They'll take it out baseline right side of the paint. Richards will do the honors. He holds it, and we've got a whistle and a foul.
On the offensive side of things, and Remy Felderworth is going to have a seat.
Yep, little frustration foul there, and that'll be it for Felderworth. It's his 5th. And Winfield will have it in the backcourt, and Louisiana going to back off this pressure. Let this game end? They are not. Rikers gets it in the front court for Winfield to Gillespie. Gillespie between the circles now. To Rikers, down to 51 seconds. To Penrod, far sideline. Winfield just going to play keep away now here in this final minute. Rikers has the ball deflected and stolen away. Back comes Louisiana. Richards penetrates in. His runner's up and good. And a whistle and a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. Don't know why, but they took it. 67-49. Winfield. You're listening to Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Prairie's Edge Garden Center and Ann Lane Boutique.
Let Bowling Green Insurance be your crop insurance specialist. Bowling Green Insurance Agency and NAU Country provide farmers with superior crop insurance protection and the fast, friendly service our customers deserve. Call Fred Carlson or Jackie Mayer at 573-324-CROP or stop by our office at 310 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green to discuss a protection plan that is right for your farming operation. NAU Country and Bowling Green Insurance are an equal opportunity provider.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Bid Beach and Collier Funeral Homes in Liggins Flooring.
Winfield has it out of the Louisiana timeout with 32 ticks. Little learning moments for Louisiana's young ball club. They're still pressuring full court. Richards on Gillespie. He'll break the timeline now with the left hand to Wilder. Now they'll try and trap. Too late. Gillespie right side now to Penrod in the high key area to Sams. Back to Gillespie. Gillespie holds it. Louisiana's not going to foul, hopefully.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Well, the coaching staff's hollering at them, don't foul. Down to 3, down to 2. That's going to dribble it out for the Winfield Warriors. They will advance to the semifinal round with a 67-49 win over the Louisiana Bulldogs. The halftime shows, or post-game shows, next on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to the Eagle 102 Game of the Week. The post-game show, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops, is coming up next.
Coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Mick Mailer & Sons Backhoe Service, Bud Jones Towing and Recovery, and Advanced Eye Care. Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
People's Bank & Trust mobile banking app gives you the convenience of banking from anywhere. Simply download the free app for your Android or Apple device and get started managing your accounts, transferring funds, paying bills, and depositing checks. People's Bank & Trust online at www.pbtc.net. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Twin Pike Family YMCA.
Time for the Eagle 102 post-game show, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
$67-49, our final here in the middle school gym as the Winfield Warriors advance on to the semifinal round on Thursday night in the championship side of the bracket. Actually, both teams will play at 7 o'clock on Thursday night. However, Louisiana will be right back here in the middle school gym in the consolation bracket. 19-14, the scoring advantage for Winfield in that fourth quarter. They scored 38 points in the second half. That's quite a few.
That is a lot.
Louisiana got the back within one midway through the third quarter. Mason Washington got hurt, and it just kind of seemed like that flipped the switch for Louisiana, and they just fell apart.
They did.
I don't know. There's no other way to put it. It was a one-point game.
It was.
And they ended up losing. They got down by as many as 20.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if it's their leader, whether it was, the person that was, their team captain, exactly what it was there, but there was something about losing him that deflated them, as you mentioned.
Let's take a look at the scoring for the victorious Winfield Warriors. They had 3 guys in double figures. Bryant Reeves with 14. Cannon Schutte with 11, 10 for Cole Sams, 7 for Austin Carson, as well as Nolan Rikers. 4 each for Greg Penrod and, I should say, not 4 each, 4 for Greg Penrod and 3 for DJ Gillespie. They were 7 for 10 from the free throw line. They did turn it over 18 times, however. For Louisiana, they were led in scoring by Tremaine Chapman. He finished with 14, 12 for Remy Felderworth, 5 each for Angel Ulola and Tyler Pedersen, 4 each for Mason Washington and Ryan Katz, as well as Donovan Richards, and 2 for Wyatt Harrison. Louisiana was 10 for 19 from the free throw line, and they turned it over 18 times as well.
All right.
So there you have it.
There we have it. From the high school gym, it was Van Far defeating Silent Lakes 62-34. We're going to reset things. We'll be back with the Bowling Green Pharmacy pregame show next as we have Clopton, North Callaway. It's a 4-5 matchup here from the 95th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Frankfort Farm Supply, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and Center Locker Service.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
If you happen to find yourself looking for somewhere new to get your vehicle serviced, Pogue Ford in Bowling Green is here to remind you they can handle all brands of vehicles. However, if you have GM or Chrysler warranty, they will shuttle those to their sister Hannibal locations to make sure your warranty stays intact. Pogue Ford, serving the communities they call home. Pogue Ford, Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and Kathy Clean.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
What was that?
I potted my mic on a little too quickly there. Thought one hand didn't know what the other was doing. How about that?
Marianne's spreading her germs.
I am.
What is that called? The carcinoma.
Dang it.
Corona.
The corona.
Corona.
I was like, man, I know what this is supposed to be. So
the second game of the night will be, as Marianne told you, the 4-5 matchup between the Clopton Hawks, the 4 seed, and North Callaway, the 5 seed. They played just a couple of nights ago, actually, on Saturday night. Mm-hmm. And Clopton won that game by the score of 59-43.
Yeah. So I knew it was close. I thought it was 17, but I was off just by a little.
You're close.
I was close.
Both teams right around the 500 mark. Clopton 8-6, North Callaway 6-8. Have you seen North Callaway play?
I have not.
I know the Cash brothers are their two of their main guys, the 2 guards that are lots of energy and can shoot it. And I know they lost some scoring from last year, as did most everybody in the area.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, I think probably the bigger story here, Jim, is, let's be honest, is Clopton, which Clopton team are we going to see tonight?
There's no question about that. We were talking about it off the air in the pregame. Clopton was the 2 seed in their home tournament and ended up not winning the trophy. So that was the not so good Clopton team. And they played better, obviously, Saturday night. And which team will show up tonight is the question. And their biggest challenge pretty much throughout the year has been who's going to score for us.
Yep.
And, they scored 59 points in the game on Saturday night, so they did get some scoring. And they're going to need that tonight if they want to advance on to face the Van Far Indians in the semifinals of the championship bracket.
All right, we'll talk more about keys to the game for you coming up, as they're brought to you by Vicky Catwalder Real Estate. All that for you more for the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102, brought to you by Craig Bowen, CPA, Wells County Mutual Insurance, and County Market in Vandalia.
It's the new year and a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Bib Beach and Collier Funeral Homes in Liggins Flooring.
The Eagle 102 keys to the game.
Well, Marianne, we're about almost 2/3 of the way through the season here. What do you think the keys of the game are?
Well, I don't know. I tell you what, I thought I kind of had him down, but apparently rebounding is one that Tony Francis feels is pretty big, because we're sitting here watching their probably the three big rebounders they have for Clopton doing some different drills over here. They're not even with everybody else. So my guess is going to be he feels rebounding as an area they really need to focus on.
Yeah, well, and that's true. That always helps.
Yeah.
But making baskets is also a key thing, and
taking care of the basketball.
Yeah, reading Matt Miller's comments, they've kind of been like Clopton. Is it going to be the good North Callaway or the bad North Callaway? They've lost a bunch of close games this year. I think 4 or 5 games less than 5 points they've lost. So they're, even though they're 6-8, they've been in a lot of ball games, so they're dangerous for the Clopton Hawks. And looking down through their lineup, they do have a little size they can throw out on the floor if they want. We'll have to see who's starting for them tonight. But again, you've got that for me. I guess I'm supposed to be clairvoyant.
No, that's okay. I'll shove that over to you. But we'll get to starting lineups here in a little bit. But of course, one of the big things, Jim, that we've talked about time and time again is pace, especially in the boys' games. That seems to be a big difference maker. Controlling the pace, making sure the team, your opposer team, is playing at your pace is going to be a big thing. And I have a feeling that if North Callaway decides they really want to run and gun, they're going to catch Clopton off guard.
Well, and they're not starting a big lineup. They're not starting any of their big guys, North Callaway. And so that would give you an indication that they don't want it to be a half-court game. And in most cases, Coach Francis would like to play a half-court game and control the tempo and manage your possessions. So we'll see how that plays out tonight. As we said, the winner gets Van Far, as they were victorious tonight over Silex 62-35. And Silex awaits in the consolation semifinal for the loser of this game as well. Over in the other gym, Bowling Green and Ellsbury are preparing to tip off. As Mr. Froelich has that for you online, and we'll have this semifinal or first round game semifinal. I'm jumping ahead of myself. I tried to call this the 59th. Do you hear that? I'm dyslexic tonight.
I understand that. I understand completely.
The 95th Bowling Green Invitational. We'll take a break and have our starting lineups after this on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pepsi Refreshment Services, Cole Chiropractic Center, and Twin City Bowl.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the number one priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Don't let winter stop you from looking ahead to spring. Eolia Landscape Supply knows that fall cleanup is still underway when weather cooperates. Whether it's getting rid of leaves or cutting back shrubs to allow for new growth, Eolia Landscape is also available when you want a new design, fresh mulch, or maybe a new rock bed. They carry several types and sizes of rocks, and they're there to help if you're a do-it-yourselfer or need some assistance. Located at 290 North Old Highway 61 in Eolia. Visit their Facebook page for specials. Let Eolia Landscape Supply and Show Me Landscape Design help meet all your landscaping needs.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Marshall Chevrolet, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First, for the home team on the scoreboard, it'll be the Clopton Hawks in their road white jerseys, black numbers with red trim. Starting for them, a familiar starting lineup. 6'1 junior, number 15, Daniel Harvey. A 6'2 senior, number 22, Sean Yates. A 6'2 senior, number 35, Malik McPike. A 6'3 junior, number 44, Zach Evans. And a 6'5 senior, number 53, Kenan Watts. Watts, Evans, McPike, Yates, and Harvey for head coach Tony Francis. They are 8-6 on the season. For the visitors, and my favorite mascot name, the Thunderbirds of North Callaway. Starting for them, a 5'7 junior, number 2, Cody Cash. A 5'7 senior, number 3, Gabe Cash. A 6'1 senior, number 4, Tanner Taylor. A 5'11 senior, number 14, Cody Lee. And a 6'2 junior, number 25, Noah Scrogum. Scrogum, Lee, Taylor, Cash, and Cash. For Matt Miller, they are 6-8 on the season.
So, little trivia for you, and now I can only tell you part of it. But I'm going to be wrong.
This is going to be a trick question, then, isn't it?
Not really. Do you know where the Thunderbirds got their name from?
I do not.
It has a local tie. Now, the problem is I can't remember if it's Ron Hamlet or Bob Frank that came up with it.
Oh, no kidding.
Whichever one of them was over at North Callaway is when they first established that, and they got to pick the mascot. I learned that at the Legends Banquet.
Well, let's see. I'm going to guess that Bob Frank's probably a little bit older, so I'm going to say it was Bob Frank.
That's what I keep thinking, but I feel like every time I get ready to say it.
Well, he's up there. Run up there and ask him.
Sure, I'll just buzz right on. Jim, I wouldn't get any. I'd get back and I wouldn't have any air. Well, let's be honest. I wouldn't get halfway over there and I would have any air. But anyway, so that has a local tie. I'm all but positive that they talked about it at the Legends Banquet. The Clopton's Legend Banquet, that's who picked the name for North Callaway.
I like it. The Thunderbirds, they're dressed in their road greens with white numbers and black trim. Jumping center for them will be Scrogum. And unless I'm going to guess, I don't know who will jump center for McPike generally. That's who it's going to be tonight, too, for the Clopton Hawks. Same officials, Brent Rich, Ronnie Richardson, and Jim Garner, and we're ready to go. The Hawks will move from our left to our right if you're listening to us on your radio, and they control the opening tip. Yates at the point guard position. A 2-3 zone is what the Thunderbirds will employ on this first trip down. See if they're going to force Clopton to shoot it from the outside, which they've had some struggles throughout the year doing. They've got some guys that can shoot. They're just a little tentative. And there's one of them, Harvey. He's going to drive baseline, though, and he'll put it up off the glass and good.
I tell you what, that's a way to start it.
They worked it around the horn, against that zone, and Harvey drove baseline. And now a little 2-2-1 full court pressure employed, and a turnover stolen by Yates. He'll get it into the front court. Now baseline to McPike, far sideline. Back to Yates, and they'll reset it. Skip past to Harvey right side. He ball fakes in the high post to Evans. He'll shoot it from 15. Off glass, no good. Watts backs around with the rebound. Harvey picks up the loose ball. Keenan kept it alive, and Clopton able to corral the rebound. They'll go again on the offensive end. This time McPike will drive the same baseline, but it's no good this time. Watts with another offensive rebound to McPike. He'll shoot it from 16 from the corner. It's
nice
good.
Fade away.
4-0 the lead for the Hawks. Gabe Cash now to Cody. Cody walks it across the timeline. He's the younger of the two as a junior. Clopton in a man-to-man defense in the half court. Lee now back to Cash. That's Cole. He got away with the travel to Lee. Lee doesn't take the three-pointer to Scrogum in the paint. He ball fakes. Nothing doing there for him. Now it's loose, picked up by Cash in between the circles. Left wing to Lee. Lee into the high post to Shelby, to Taylor. His shot won't go, but The offensive rebound by Cash. Now they work around. Cole's going to shoot a deep three, and it's good.
That was way deep.
Cody Cash. I think I called him Cole. Cody Cash with the first three-pointer from about 22 feet. And it's a 4-3 lead for the Hawks. Harvey on the left wing now with the shuffle cut offense against the man-to-man this trip down. They're sagging in, though. Now the passing the post is too tall, goes out of bounds. And the first turnover by the Hawks will give it back to North Callaway. 2-2-1 press by the Hawks once again. Gabe Cash gets it, and it's deflected and stolen by McPike. So 2 turnovers in the early going for the Thunderbirds. Yates now right wing to Harvey. Harvey skips it over to McPike, left wing. Nowhere to go for him to Yates between the circles. Right wing to Harvey. In the zone again, they lob it into Watts. He makes the catch, but he can't convert the shot. And then to the ground goes Scrogum, who had the loose ball, and he's whistled for the travel. And the third turnover will give it back to the Hawks. Evans to throw it in, right side of the paint. Tries to cram it inside. That's stolen away. Cody Cash is going to take it the length of the floor and shoot the layup.
Give him all 5.
He's got 5. Clopton's got 4. Second turnover by the Hawks. Yates into the front court now to Harvey. Harvey to McPike to Evans. They're outside the arc. Against the sagging man. They lob it into Watts. That's too tall again. That's the third time they've tried to force it inside. 2 of the 3 results in turnovers. And North Callaway gets it back with 4:44 to play in the first.
And hopefully for Clopton's benefit, we'll say that just early jitters coming out here in the first quarter because they can't afford those anymore this evening.
You wouldn't think after playing them just on Saturday night there'd be any jitters, but you never know.
That's the excitement of the Bowling Green tournament, man.
I guess that's it. We'll go with that for right now.
I'm a woman. I'm used to coming up with excuses.
Emotion. You come with emotion, right?
I come with something.
North Callaway continues to work it. 3-pointer on the way by Gabe Cash. It's no good. Clopton with the rebound. They'll try and move it up the floor quickly to McPike. McPike left elbow gets it to Evans. He'll shoot the 3 from the left corner. It's an air ball. And McPike tries to save it in bounds, but he swats it out of bounds.
And the thing is, he went over Gabe Cash to do it.
I think he was trying to swat it off Gabe Cash.
He was. Jared Hain and Riley Walker into the game now for the Hawks as Yates and Watts has the seat.
Again, a 2-2-1 zone press. Cash gets it in the front court. Cody, he'll lob it inside. Nice catch by Lee, but he doesn't go up. Gets it back to Gabe. Gabe's going to shoot it from 3. It's good. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 8-4 North Callaway here in the early going. 3:41 to play in the first. You listen to Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Nutrien Ag Solutions, Hayden Motorsports Center, and Airco Convenience Centers.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Well, an early 4-point lead for North Callaway. Coach Francis tries to reset the troops in the timeout. It's this man-to-man. McPike drives down the left side of the lane. It's no good. Gabe Cash with the rebound. He gets it up quickly, and to the hole is Tanner Taylor. And there's going to be a blocking foul.
Zach Evans will pick up his first foul, be first foul all the way around. And I think if I remember correctly, Jim, and I know your memory is better than mine on this, but if I remember correctly, Gabe Cash is a big threat from behind that three-point line.
Oh, without question. Without question. Free throw by Tanner Taylor is good. It hit about everything it could before it dropped. But it stretches the lead to 5 at 9-4. Second one's on its way. It's in and out, no good. Evans with the rebound, and he nearly throws it away as Cash jumped in and tried to steal it. But it goes out of bounds back to the Hawks. trailing 9-4. They haven't scored for a while. In fact, they led 4-0 early, and then a 4-3 lead after a three. And
how about that
threes, Evans drains a three just to the left of that head of the key, and it's 9-7. So they stopped the 9-0 run by North Callaway. Cash into the front court. That's Gabe. Gabe backs up now, guarded by Harvey. He calls play number 2. Left side now to Lee. Back to Scrogum. To Cash. Cash had the key to Cody Cash. He penetrates in his runner, hits off the front of the rim, no good. And a rebound to the Hawks. They try and push it. Harvey heads to the bucket, spins into a double team and loses the handle. And we've got a whistle and a foul.
I think they may have got a little lucky there.
Could have got away with a travel. Cody Cash will pick up his first.
Daniel Harvey comes out. Sean Yates returns. Also has some subs come in for North Callaway that we'll pick up.
Trent Jones and Webb Langworthy on the inbounds. They get it to McPike. And his shot's no good, but there's a whistle and a foul. Foul's going to go on Cody Cash, his first. And McPike will go to the line and shoot 2 shots. Big number 23, Trenton Jones.
First one up and no good.
Only got him listed as 6'1". He looks
a
tad bit taller than 6'1".
I say at least 6'3", if not bigger.
In my book, as McPike makes the second. And it's 9-8. I guess he made them. No, he didn't make them both.
Made one
out of 2, didn't he?
Missed the first one.
Again, the full court. This is more of a token man pressure by Clopton. No problem for North Callaway. Cash left wing now to Langworthy. He'll drive baseline. His shot's no good. There's a whistle and a foul.
Well, they're going to tag Malik McPike with that. As he went airborne and tried to make a cool block.
And Webb Langworthy, there's a name for you. We'll get 2 shots. He's a sophomore, 6-foot sophomore.
Maybe Austin Deteen?
That's his name? Oh, I guess it is Austin Deteen, isn't it?
It happens.
He is number 10, isn't he? Well, either way, Webb or Austin, they missed the first free throw.
They did miss the first one.
They'll get a second.
And missed the second one, so.
But a rebound by North Callaway. The team gets it back now. He'll get it to Cash. Cody drives to the right elbow. Stopped by McPike. And now he gets it inside. Inside, that is Trent Jones. I have his name right. And then we have a whistle and a foul. As Scrogum got it. And who's going to be the foul?
Number 15. No, 51. So Riley Walker. See, your dyslexia rubbed off on me as well.
Oh, I'm glad I knew Riley Walker's 51 because I got him as 42. And now we have a traveling violation in the paint. Turns it over. Back to the Hawks. They trail 9-8. I'll get these names straightened out and get things in order here. McPike with it for the Hawks, right wing. Picks up his dribble, gives it to Evans. Evans ball fakes, going to penetrate in. Up and under flip, won't go. Rebound to Scrogum for North Callaway. To Gabe Cash. Gabe will drive baseline on a stop and go. Drops it inside, shuts up and in and out. No good by Jones. And the Hawks with the rebound. Evans, nice head fake. He's going to the glass. His layup's up and good. Did a good job avoiding the charge as the team was there waiting for him. And the Hawks retake the lead at 10-9. Cash had the key. That's Cody. Gets it inside to Jones. Jones traveled. Shuffled his feet. And the 5th turnover of the game gives it back to the Hawks. Back into the game is Harvey. Evans will take a seat for the Hawks. Into the front court now. Clopton, Harvey with it. In the high post to McPike. Back to Harvey on the right wing. He'll penetrate with the left hand into the paint. He goes up, count the bucket, and the foul. That is Webb Langworthy. I knew he was in the game.
He was in there somewhere.
He picks up his first foul, but Harvey with the bucket. And a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play to stretch the Clopton lead. Harvey, usually a pretty good shooter from the charity stripe, knocks it down, and the lead is back to 4, matching Clopton's biggest lead at 13-9. We're under 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Into the front court now, Colin Whalen, who checked into the game, gets it off to Cash. Cash penetrates in, up off the glass, and good. That's Cody. He's got 7. And it's 13-11 with 10 seconds to play. Left wing now to Harvey. On a give and go to Yates. Yates gets it on the block. He'll go up off the glass and good. Sean Yates with his first bucket. And a baseball pass throw off the backboard and no good. That'll do it for the first quarter of action. The Clopton Hawks 15, the North Callaway Thunderbirds 11. Listening to the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Eolia Landscape Company, Crossroads General Store, and Lynn's Heritage House.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank in Louisiana says now's the time to sign up for online banking and bill pay. With online banking, you can bank day or night from your home, office, or anywhere with internet access. Check account balances, view checks, and much more. Stop in today to learn more at the Mercantile Bank, downtown Louisiana. Your hometown bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Brown's Processing, Craig's Truck and Tractor, and Old Tops Pawn Shop.
15-11, a 4-point lead, the biggest of the night for the Hawks.
And before we get too far, Jim, I want to give you an update from the other gym. In the high school gym, Bowling Green leads Ellsbury at 24-8, still in the first.
So we're a tad bit ahead of them over here, which is somewhat shocking. And North Callaway has it to start the second quarter. DeTine with it. Lobs it inside, and it's caught by Taylor. It wasn't intended for him. He saves it inbounds. Now it's loose, and who's going to come away with it? Nobody. It's going to go off for North Callaway over in that far corner. And the Hawks will get it back. 6th turnover of the game for North Callaway. Clopton into the front court now. Harvey to Yates. To Hain. They need to get Hain untracked here.
Yeah, he can be a big threat from behind that three-point arc, but hasn't seemed to quite get on track this year as where he was last year.
He's got a different number on, too. What's up with these changing of the numbers?
Well, maybe it's a mental thing.
Superstition is.
I don't know.
Watts gets it on the right block, can't convert the shot. And back comes North Callaway. Taylor drives baseline, whips it in the corner to Lee. Now to DeTine outside the arc. To Lee, left to the head of the key, back to DeTine. D-E-T-I-E-N-N-E. There was a DeTine
from Van Far.
Yeah. Ball's deflected into the backcourt, and it's going to be a backcourt violation, they say. As they have a conversation about it. So the turnover, the 7th.
Well, they're getting that straightened out. And I thought I had the team name from Van Far right off the tip of my tongue, but then it went away again, so it didn't really help any. I was like, no, it's that. Yeah.
Hey, that's one of those rules, the backcourt rule I didn't explain. I should have explained it a little better. That was the last to touch. If the ball's deflected and the team in the front court is the last to touch and then is the first to touch, it's still backcourt. Off the inbounds, three-pointer by Haynes, off the mark, no good. Rebound to North Callaway, trailing by 4.
And you can find more about that by picking up the latest issue of the Eagle 102 Patriot. You explained that very well in there, Jim.
Well, thank you. We got a big contest going on, too, don't we? As Harvey drives baseline, his shot's up off the glass, no good. As nobody can make a basket here in the early going of the second quarter. Cash into the front court. Between the legs, dribble at the head of the key, goes nowhere. Now he backs up with Harvey all over him. In between circles now, left wing to Lee. Lee back to Taylor. Taylor outside the arc to Cash. Cash has got Yates on him. Yates usually guards their best scorer. Now to Cody Cash. As they work it around against this sagging man-to-man. Taylor gets it. He travels.
I'll tell you what, Clopton is being very patient, and really both teams playing a very clean game. Only 3 fouls, and we're in the second quarter.
But a lot of turnovers.
A lot of turnovers.
8 for North Callaway, 4 for Clopton, which isn't so bad. Payne now with it to Yates. To Harvey. Around the horn they go against this 2-3 zone. They throw it away again.
You had to bring it up.
Trying to lob it in, and on the breakaway, it's Cash to Cash with Gabe cashing the bucket, and he's got 5.
I like how you did that there.
See what I did there?
I saw what you did.
And Clopton back quickly. Evans with a shot off the glass and good. And then back and forth we go. Now maybe we'll get into a nice little flow here. Lee into the front court for North Callaway. 17-13. Hawks lead it. 5:15 to play in the half. Cash with it. Dribbles left wing to Lee. Lee to the head of the key now. Looks for some help. Taylor right wing. Now he gets it to Cody. Left side to Lee. He'll shoot a fadeaway 15 from the short corner. It's no good, but Gabe with the rebound. Skips it to Lee. Now back to Cody. He's going to fire one from deep. And it's in and out. No good. That was from about 23 feet. Yeah. Nearly in Audrain County. Harvey makes the catch on the sideline. He'll drive baseline. It's swatted away by Scrogum. Turnover back to North Callaway. Gabe Cash in the front court. He'll stop and pop from 3. Back to the rim. No good. Long rebound tracked down by Lee for North Callaway. To Cody, and he's going to dribble, and there's a timeout on the floor. Coach Matt Miller wants a 30. 17-13, Clopton on top. You're listening to Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102, brought to you by All-American Pumping and Drain, Pike County Title Company, and Carol Rose's Bridal.
Let Bowling Green Insurance be your crop insurance specialist. Bowling Green Insurance Agency and NAU Country provide farmers with superior crop insurance protection and the fast, friendly service our customers deserve. Call Fred Carlson or Jackie Mayer at 573-324-CROP or stop by our office at 310 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green to discuss a protection plan that is right for your farming operation. NAU Country and Bowling Green Insurance are an equal opportunity provider.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Air Evac, Spring Hollow Coffee, and J&D Tire and Auto.
17-13, Hawks lead it. 2 points scored by each team in this second quarter, and we played almost half the quarter. Out of the timeout, North Callaway with it. Taylor, he's going to drive in the paint, and he throws it away. 9th turnover of the game. Back comes Clopton, stolen by Walker. Walker now has it left wing. He looks for some help to Yates. Yates at the head of the key. Now to Sam Dalrymple, who's checked into the game for the Hawks. Backdoor cut by McPike, but he's going to be fouled before he can shoot it. And the foul is going to go on Scrogum, I think.
It is.
His first, just the team's 4th.
Checking the baseball game. How about the basketball game now? It's Colin Whalen.
I've rubbed off on you, haven't I?
You have. What's the O'Donnell's hat that you're wearing?
Yeah. 6'3" sophomore is Whalen, but Evans drives baseline. He's done it again. That's his second drive to the hoop. He scores the bucket. He's got 9 of the 19, and the lead's the biggest of the game for the Hawks at 6. Tying into the front court for North Callaway. He'll get it to Whalen. Whalen holds it above his head. Now to Scrogum outside the arc. He's not going to shoot it from there to Cash. Cash takes a big hit, gets it off to Cody. His 3-ball, check that. Gabe's 3's good. He's got 2 threes and 8 for the game, and it's 19-16.
They've got to figure out a way to shut that down coming out in the second half.
They force it inside, and Gabe Cash is going to be whistled for the foul. That'll be his second. We're watching this. If I was North Callaway, I'd be finding every way possible to get either one of the Cash boys open and tell them to let it fly. Because they can shoot it.
You just keep on shooting.
On the inbounds, Evans to McPike for the lob, and McPike tips it in. And it's 21-16 Hawks. Good-looking play on the inbounds there. Gabe Cash with it now between the circles. Right side now to Cody. Head of the key to Scrogum as they work against this man-to-man defense, running a little shuffle offense. The tying now outside the left wing, outside the arc. Gets it in the high post to Whalen. He backs down Evans. His turnaround shot's no good. Walker with the rebound for the Hawks. He'll get it to Evans. Up quickly to McPike on the far sideline. In the corner to Yates, his 3 ball short, but he tracks down his own rebound. Good follow shot. Old school play there by Sean Yates. Maintains possession. They get it inside to Walker, and he's going to save it as he lost the handle. They work around quickly, head of the key to Evans. 3 ball off the back iron, no good.
Yep.
And McPike's going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second.
Only the team's 4th.
Back into the game is Webb Langworthy. Waylon will take a seat.
Jared Hain going to come in for Dalrymple.
With 2:30 to play in the half. Hawks lead at 21-16. Gabe Cash across the timeline, hands it off to Cody. He'll give it back to Langworthy. Langworthy stops, now gives it to Cash. They'll hand it off to each other. It's deflected, loose, stolen away by Yates. Good defense by Sean. He'll bring it into the front court now to Harvey. Harvey's going to slash to the bucket. His layup's up and good.
Daniel Harvey's really come on here in the second half of the season for the Hawks.
He's got 7, and the lead's the biggest of the game. 7 at 23-16. DeTine goes into the paint. They're going to say the foul's on the floor. It'll be the 15th foul. We'll have to check and see who it's on. It's going to be on.
It's going to be on Hain.
Couple subs back in. Trenton Jones and Lee for North Callaway. On the inbounds, they get it into Langworthy. He'll penetrate the paint. Nothing doing there. Rebound for the Hawks. Evans pushes it in the front court. Nice crossover. Another crossover to the bucket. Oh, he missed
man. That was pretty.
2 nice crossover dribbles by Zach Evans. Just couldn't finish. Back comes Cash. He's to the glass. He can't get it to go either. Ball's loose. And we've got a whistle and a foul.
There's one of those frustration fouls you talk about.
Trenton Jones is on the glass that time. The foul is going to be on Harvey. His first. Are they going to say we're shooting? They are.
And we are.
So Trenton Jones, a freshman. 6'1" freshman at the free throw line. First one's up. Rattles in and out. No good. He'll get a second. 1:32 to play in a half. Second one by Jones is off the glass and good. The bank is open tonight in the middle school gym.
Here, there's a president here that can help you out.
I don't think we're going to have any cash for you, though.
We got 2 on the court.
2 on the court.
That's about all you can get.
2-3 zone this time by North Callaway. Hawks working around now in the short corner to Evans. On the far side, he tries to force it inside, but it's deflected out of bounds by Jones. And Kenan Watts will come in. Walker will take a seat for the Hawks. Evans will trigger it in right side of the paint on the baseline. 1:12 to play in the half. Evans gets it into Yates. He'll shoot it from 8. Front of rim, no good. Rebounds loose, and North Callaway will come away with it. They get it to Cody, Gabe up to Cody now. He'll whip it to the short corner of Lee. He'll drive baseline. His reverse layup's no good. And we've got a whistle and a foul on the rebound. And the foul's on Trenton Jones. 6-team foul with 57 seconds to play. We're in the first half. Don't go away. We'll have the scores for you from the other gym during the halftime show. Tell you about what's coming tomorrow night as well. Into the front court, Yates to Hain. Hain can get on track from 3. That'd be nice. Harvey, as they continue to work it inside, now to Yates, to Watts, I should say, and he turns it over. Well, once again, the 7th turnover of the game by the Hawks. So North Callaway will have a chance to cut into this 6-point lead as Noah Scrogan back in for North Callaway. And if they can get it in the front court, Coach Matt Miller says we're playing for 1 shot. But there's a 2-3 press waiting for them. Actually, it's going to be a man-to-man, just token pressure. And they're going to play for 1. Sounds like Langworthy has it. He'll get it back to Gabe Cash. Down to 23 to Lee. Left wing now to Langworthy. Back to Lee. To Cody Cash. Down to 15. He fakes the handoff, keeps the ball. Down to 12. He'll give it back to Gabe, and Gabe will run the final possession. Down to 7. Dribbles, gets it in the corner to Lee. The three, he's an air ball. Evans with the rebound. He tries to get it off too late, but it's off the glass. And that'll do it for the first half. Your score, the Clopton Hawks 23, the North Callaway Thunderbirds 17. We'll have the halftime show for you after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 Halftime Report is coming up, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Nutrien Ag Solutions, Hayden Motorsports Center, and Airco Convenience Centers. Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
People's Bank & Trust mobile banking app gives you the convenience of banking from anywhere. Simply download the free app for your Android or Apple device and get started managing your accounts, transferring funds, paying bills, and depositing checks. People's Bank & Trust online at www.pbtc.net. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pam Todd Watts Realty, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, and All Parts.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 Halftime Report, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
23-17 our score at half here in the final game of the night from the middle school gym.
Tell you what, it's been a doozy.
It's been a good one. It's been a good one, and we're a long way from being done. Let's take a look at scoring for you. First for the leading Clopton Hawks. Nobody in double figures for either team, but Zach Evans leads the Hawks with 9, 7 for Daniel Harvey, 5 from Lake McPike, and 2 for Sean Yates. They were 2 for 3 from the free throw line. 7 was their biggest lead of the half, and they turned it over 7 times. For North Callaway, it's the Cash Show. Gabe Cash with 8, Cody Cash with 7, Tanner Taylor with 1, as well as Trenton Jones with the free throw. They were 2 for 6 from the free throw line. They turned it over 10 times, and they led by as many as 5 in that first half. So a little back and forth seesaw half, but the Hawks go to the locker room on top by 6.
What's your thoughts on the first half there, Jim?
Well, it's just too many turnovers. Between the two of them, you got 17 turnovers. That's a bunch. 10.5 for North Callaway. I'm sure Coach Matt Miller's pulling what little hair he's got left out. They need to take care of the basketball. For the Hawks, not bad. They just think of the turnovers that they had. Many of them were in the paint. You just got to take care of that, make the catch, and then make the easy bucket. And then this game's not 7, it's our 6 points game. It's 16 points instead. So they just need to take care of the basketball a little bit better. They haven't hit anything from the outside. 1 3-pointer by Zach Evans, while the Cash brothers have hit 3 3-pointers between the two of them.
And I think you kind of expected that, correct? As far as from North Callaway, at least.
Well, yeah, just like they've scored 15 of the 17 points, those two brothers. And as I said during the second quarter, if I was their coach, I'd be setting picks all over the place. Just get them open and let them shoot.
Let them fire away.
See what happens.
All right, we'll take a break on the Cellular Satellite Center halftime report. When we return, we'll have your update for you from the high school gym. Plus, we'll recap scores from games earlier this evening and set up tomorrow night for you. All that for you. More as you're listening to the 95th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bouquet Florist, Elisha Koenig, Remax Realty Shop Agent, and Orff Construction.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Hi, folks. This is Eric Schaefer. With sports season upon us, be treated like the pros. If your athlete has experienced an injury during a game or practice, let our experienced sports medicine team at Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy Department get them back to play. We have 2 locations to better serve our community. Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy and Sports Medicine in Louisiana and Bowling Green. Pike County Memorial Hospital. Community owned, nationally known.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Eolia Landscaping Supply, Meyer Implement, and Calumet of Missouri.
Well, at the half in the high school gym, Bowling Green leads Ellsbury 33-19.
So Ellsbury made a little bit of headway as they trailed 25-7 at the end of the first quarter, I think, if I read that right.
That was correct.
So it was 24-9. So they battled back a little bit in that game as well. But back here, 23-17, Louisiana's done, Jim. Clopton leads it. If you're just joining us, the first two games of the night, Van Far defeated Silex 62-34, and Winfield defeated Louisiana 67-49 to advance both those clubs into the winner's side of the bracket on Thursday night at 5:30 and 6:50 or 7.
7. Okay, let's talk about girls semifinal action tomorrow night. The 5:30 games. Number 1 Clopton will take on number 4 North Callaway in the high school gym. Here in the middle school gym, it'll be number 5 Silex taking on number 8 Louisiana. The 6:50 games, it'll be number 2 Ellsbury taking on number 2 Bowling Green, or number 3 Bowling Green. And then here in the middle school gym, it'll be number 7 Van Far taking on number 6 Winfield. So you can, of course, catch all those games again right here on Eagle 102.
Clopton and North Callaway, they just played, didn't they?
They did.
Girls as well, and Clopton won that game fairly handily. Ellsbury and Bowling Green have not played on the girls' side yet this year.
Not.
And so that'll be interesting. Ellsbury's playing pretty well right now. Bowling Green played pretty good tonight. So we could have two pretty good matchups tomorrow night in the winner's side of the bracket. Back here, it's 23-17. We'll be back with the second half after this on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Mick Mailer & Sons Backhoe Service, Bud Jones Towing and Recovery, and Advanced Eye Care.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, Business 61 North in Bowling Green.
It's good to aim high, and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
Bowling Green Tournament action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix, Kearns Construction, and Jim Harton and Sue Bowen, financial advisors with Ameriprise Financial Services.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug Booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
Marion Everhart, Jim Ross in with you this evening here for our second game of the night. From the middle school gym. Of course, 2 games going on in the high school gym as well. And, again, we talked about it a little bit in the pregame earlier on. We've mentioned it a couple different times, but the Eagle 102 Patriot is out. Information in there about the full court photo frenzy. A chance to win on that, so you can pick up that. Of course, you did a nice piece, a couple nice pieces in there for your view from the baseline, talking about the tournament and things halfway through. And, again, did like a lot of the things that you highlighted. Not only was you explaining the over and back call, but then brought up, is it the 23 or 25 most?
23, and then I added the 24th.
Okay.
By the way, can I win that contest?
You cannot win that contest, mainly because your glasses are ugly.
You know, these are my broadcasting glasses.
I know.
I don't wear them anywhere. I wear them just for you.
I know. I appreciate that. I can't pick on you for much of anything, but I can't pick on you for your glasses.
Yeah, with this yellow and green hat, I'm a train wreck of colors right now, aren't I?
You are. Some stylists have a nervous twitch going on. But, again, did a very nice job laying those things out in there. And if you are a basketball fan, definitely something you need to pick up because you explain things very well. So here you are hobnobbing with the referees. Well, we talked about them in the Patriot, too, about if you decide you want to be a referee.
Yeah, it's not as hard as you might think.
If Jim Ross can do it, anybody can do it.
I actually gave a program at Rotary last Thursday and talked about officiating as well, and I didn't have any takers out of Rotary for some reason.
None of them?
Not at all. Clopton will have it as we start the second half. It looks like the original starters are back in the lineup for both teams. 23-17 is our score. Clopton has the lead and the ball. 2-3 zone, just like North Callaway came out to start with. They get it inside to Watts, and he's banged it, but it gets it to go in. Keenan Watts, who had some challenges in the post in the first half, starts out with a bang here in the second as he scores a bucket, takes the knock, and we'll get a chance for the three-point play. The foul's going to be on Scrogum, his second. And Watts' first trip to the free throw line is a good one. And he's got 3 for the game. The lead grows to the biggest of the night for Clopton at 9. And quickly down, we've got a whistle and a foul.
Malik McPike picks up his 3rd foul.
He needs to stay in the game. That's something we've talked about ad nauseum. Malik, not so much this year. Last year he had foul issues quite a bit, but this year he's been able to kind of control that a little bit. First free throw by Cody Lee is off the back iron and no good. He'll get a second. As we said, the first team foul, 3rd personal on McPike. Both free throws are no good. Rebound by Evans. He's had a good night so far for the Hawks. In the front court, Yates. Interesting, Yates is at the point guard tonight for the Hawks. To McPike, to Yates. They work around against the 2-3 zone to Harvey. In the short corner to Evans. He'll step out. Now they have the key. They force it inside to Watts, and he's going to be fouled again. Nice. They pinned. Watts tried to pin his defender, and on the reverse, they tried to get it to him, but he was swatted. It was swatted away by Cody Lee, but he's whistled for his first personal. Second team. Evans will trigger it in for the Hawks, left side of the paint. Gets it to Watts. Watts in the short corner to Evans. He's in a peck of trouble, and the defense parted ways with him, and he missed the wide open shot. Kind of like the Red Sea, but Evans couldn't convert. If you're just joining us, Gabe Cash and Cody Cash are the brothers that run the show and do most of the scoring for the North Callaway Thunderbirds. Gabe with it, now gets it to Lee. He loses the handle, but Gabe picks it back up. He penetrates in. It's loose on the floor, still loose. And Hain with it. Hain comes away, gets on the floor for the loose ball, and we'll head the other way. Evans into the paint, right corner to Yates. He ball fakes, now gets to the right elbow. They get it inside now to Watts. His shot's up. Oh, they're going to count it.
They're going to count.
I thought he was going to wave it off at first. And the foul's going to go on Lee, and Keenan Watts will get to go back to the line for his second three-point play in less than 2 minutes in this third quarter. And it's up and good. He's got 6 all of a sudden, and the lead is 12, the biggest of the game for the Hawks. Detain, who's in the game now. The ball's loose, deflected away from Cash. Now into the corner, and he throws it away. Tried to hand it off to Taylor. Coach Matt Miller calls a well-needed Timeout. Clopton 29, North Callaway 17. You're listening to the 95th Annual Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Prairie's Edge Garden Center and Ann Lane Boutique.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Hinky Construction, Midwest Pest Professionals, and Perkins Electrical Service.
29-17. Hawks stretching it out here in the early going of the second half.
And I tell you what, I'm sure that is exactly the way Coach Francis drew it up.
A little 6-0 run, actually, for the Hawks, and they have the ball and can continue to stretch on this 12-point lead. McPike to Harvey into the front court, left wing. Head of the key to McPike. North Callaway switches to a 3-2 zone this time. Evans has it, gets it back door to Harvey. He makes a catch, and it's blocked. Blocked that time by Scrogum, and North Callaway comes away with a loose ball. That's Cash, gets it into the paint. His shot's up, no good. Hayne with the rebound, and he's going to be fouled over the top by, they call it on Lee.
They called it, I believe, on Taylor.
Number 4, Taylor, that is correct. 4th team foul, first personal.
We almost need like a mini cam just to be on Coach Francis during some of these things because he gets a little animated down here.
No, you're kidding. Into the front court, the Hawks working around against this 3-2 zone. Hayne in the far corner now. Back to Evans out near the center court stripe. They work a little 3-man in the high post. Hayne open from the corner for 3. No good. Yates with the offensive rebound. He backs out, and he's going to be fouled by the time.
Oh, the team wanted to give him a hug. Just gave him Rich around there and gave him a little bit of a hug.
It is first. Team's 5th. Now North Callaway's got to back off on the fouling, or Clopton's going to shoot a boatload of free throws before this game's over with.
And I believe the teams ended like with, 6 each in the first half?
Yeah, so nobody was in the bonus. Clopton gets it into Watts to Yates. Left side to Harvey. He's open for 3. Back the rim, no good. A rebound to Gabe Cash up to Cody. Cody pulls up, ball fakes a 3, gets it inside to Scrogum. His shot won't go, just rolled out, but he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Kenan Watts picks up his first foul, which really wasn't a bad foul, not knowing how, Scrogum.
He was going to shoot a layup, I think is what you're trying to say.
He was. I'm not sure how he shoots free throws, so.
Well, as of this moment, they saved at least 1 point as he misses the first. Walker returns, and Watts will take a seat for the Hawks.
One of those ones where I couldn't exactly see his number, so before I threw out his name there, I want to make sure I had the right person.
Second free throw short as well.
Played off well for Kenan Watts.
They were just 2 for 6 from the free throw line in the first half, so that may be Achilles' heel for North Callaway. Harvey drives right baseline. Now tries to skip it to Hayne, catches it in the near corner, and he steps on the sideline and turns it back over. Just the first turnover by either team here in this second half. And North Callaway will get it back.
Good. We just need to mic him up.
I imagine most of these coaches, we'd get a kick out of some of the stuff
absolutely.
they say. I can tell you, as an official, they say stuff sometimes and you just look at them like you're kidding me, right? Cash now gets it to Taylor. He's got some space to the hoop. His shot's no good. It was partially blocked by Evans from behind. And they're going to say it stays with North Callaway.
No.
And they're going to say Evans touched it last. It's in the deep corner, and we can't see. It looks like Gabe Cash is going to throw it in for North Callaway.
And Daniel Harvey takes it on the inbound.
Good Lord. He gets it ahead to Hayne. Hayne ball fakes, and he's going to be fouled. And they're going to say it's on the floor. You just got to go up with it and take it. Foul's going to go on Scrogum, his third. And the foul was on the floor as McPike will return. Harvey will take a seat. Coach Matt Miller's wanting to know how Harvey stole the ball. We couldn't see from our vantage point. That camera doesn't have a right angle lens.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Jim.
We'll
be talking to a bank president soon about a loan to buy one of those fancy dance.
I don't think they make those right angle lenses for video cameras. They tried to force it inside, do the Hawks, and they turned it over. Their second turnover of the half. Cash now to Taylor. Taylor right here in front of us. We're on the stage, bench side across from the bleachers in the middle school gym, in case you're wondering. Gabe Cash now gets it to the team. His backdoor cut. Shot is off the glass, no good. Evans with the rebound. He heads the other way with his head up, gets it to Yates in the corner to Hain. His three balls off the back of the rim, no good. And North Callaway with the rebound. They still trail by 12. We've got 3:30 to play. Cash in the near corner from 17. Taylor's shot's no good. Rebound swatted down and gathered up by McPike. He'll get it to Yates into the front court. He ball fakes. Now he looks for help as he picked up his dribble. And a bullet pass by McPike. That baby had some heat on it and went through Evans' hands and out of bounds back to the Thunderbirds. Trenton Jones returns. Taylor takes a seat for North Callaway. Cody Cash now across the timeline. Deteen in the corner. Back to Cash. Cash has some space. Looks for some, dribbles it straight down the right lane and scores. First points of the half by North Callaway. It's a 10-point lead for the Hawks. Hain open, ball fakes. Doesn't shoot the three. Gets it to Yates. 3-2 zone is what North Callaway employs here in the third quarter. Hain now to Yates. Yates well outside the arc. Now dribbles between the circles. Left wing to McPike. McPike in the near corner to Walker. In the post area to Evans. He'll go up. No good.
Tell you what, the baskets out underneath each end are not the shooter's friend tonight.
Not so much. Not
at least here in the second half, yeah.
Now we've got a loose ball. The team dribbles it off his foot. Hain dives in, and we have a held ball. And on the alternating arrow, I believe North Callaway is going to keep it.
They will. Walker and Hain check out of the game as Watts and Harvey return.
Cody Cash right below us here throws it in to Gabe Cash against the man-to-man defense. Two high picks. Now they get it in the post area. Shot up and good by Trenton Jones. Good catch by the freshman. And he's able to convert and lead down to 8 at 29-21. Harvey now has it to Evans in the corner to Yates. He'll shoot the three from the rim, no good. Evans with the offensive rebound. He'll go up in a crowd. It won't go, and the loose ball is going to go off of North Callaway. Underneath the basket, it'll go back to the Hawks. They'll have it left side of the paint with 1:39 to play here in the third. Inbound, they get it to Kenan Watts, right side to Evans, and he has it swatted away by Cash. And we'll do it again this time on the other side of the paint. Evans to throw it in. Evans looks. He's going to lob it to McPike. He makes the catch, puts it up. It won't go. Evans with the offensive rebound. His putback's no good. And Gabe Cash, the smallest guy on the floor, with the rebound. He heads up the left sideline now into the front court. Calls play number 2. Looks for a pick and roll. And now that's going to be a blocking foul. Evans will pick it up. His second.
Only the team's third.
And North Callaway will have it right here below us. Cody Cash to throw it in. Hain will return. Evans will take a seat with his second foul. 1:16 to play in the third. They get it in without problems. Jones now hands it off to Gabe. Gabe back to Jones. He's going to pull up right block. His shot's no good. Rebound's loose. I said Jones. It was Scrogum. And the Hawks with the rebound. They get it ahead to Yates. He'll go to the glass. His layup's up and good. Good sideline break that time by the Hawks, and they lead back to 10. Cash now drives right baseline, kicks it inside to Jones. His shot from 8's no good. Harvey with the rebound. He'll look to run with it. Up to Yates. He's going to go to the glass with the left hand. His layup's up and good. Remember what I said all year about turning them loose and just letting them go?
Yep.
Look what happens. It's amazing. Get the break and go with it. Make them stop you. Leads back to 12, matching the biggest of the game. Down to 30 seconds to play in the third. North Callaway looks like they may want to play for one. Trailing by 12. That would be a bit odd. The team is going to dribble around. Now Coach Matt Miller is going to call a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. He didn't like what he saw. 33-21, Hawks lead. You're listening to Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament action on Eagle 102 brought to you by Eolia Landscape Company, Crossroads General Store, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the number one priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Pogue Ford, and Bank of Louisiana.
19 ticks to play in the third. North Callaway out of the timeout has the ball in the front court. Gabe Cash with it. He'll get it to Cody Cash. He'll fake the handoff to the team. Now backs up behind the arc. Still has his dribble. Drives baseline. Now he's into the double team. In trouble to Gabe Cash. It's loose. Stolen by Hain. They've got three. They've got two. They've got one. A half-court shot by McPike is no good. It had a chance. It was just short, and that'll do it for the third quarter. 33-21. The Hawks lead it. Fourth quarter's next on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Twin Pike Family YMCA.
If you happen to find yourself looking for somewhere new to get your vehicle serviced, Pogue Ford in Bowling Green is here to remind you they can handle all brands of vehicles. However, if you have GM or Chrysler warranty, they will shuttle those to their sister Hannibal locations to make sure your warranty stays intact. Pogue Ford, serving the communities they call home. Pogue Ford coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Prairie's Edge Garden Center and Ann Lane Boutique.
It's one of those nights. It's acting like a Monday night.
Is it?
It is.
Well, it is a Monday night for me. Since
it
I
is
had
a Monday night for you.
Night.
Apparently, I need to stop pushing buttons. That's all there is to it.
What'd you have? 2 or 3 going at once?
No.
Commercials?
My name's not Gordon Sanders.
Ouch. Oh.
I know I'll get in trouble for that tomorrow, but he's got me a couple birds here lately, so he's done pretty good.
Oh, I owe both of you all so much. I can
Jim Ross.
I can go on for days and not ever catch up.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I know you don't. 33-21, the Hawks lead it. We start the fourth quarter, and the Hawks will have the basketball. Hain Harvey, McPike, Evans, and Walker down in the corner there for the Hawks. Looks like man-to-man defense for North Callaway. They're going to have to try and push the pace here and get back into this ball game. Evans to Walker. He'll drive left baseline, gets to the block, but his shot's blocked and goes out of bounds. Looks like Scrogum with the block, and the Hawks will get it left side of the paint. 2 Cashes, Scrogum, Lee, and Taylor for North Callaway. McPike gets it in the high post area, kicks it out to Evans left wing. Doesn't take the three-point shot, skips it over to Harvey on the right wing. Harvey ball fakes to Walker in the far corner. He'll get it to Evans. It's deflected and stolen away. 4th turnover of the half for the Hawks. Into the front court. Cody Cash now at the head of the key. He'll penetrate in and flips it to Taylor. They're going to run a little weave action with Lee. He nearly traveled. Gets it to Cash. He'll shoot the 3, and it's good. Cody Cash with his second 3. He's got 5.5, 12 for the game. And it's a 33-24 lead. McPike makes the catch against the full court pressure and travels.
Might let you know at the end of the third quarter, Bowling Green leads Who are they playing? Lost that quick. Ellsbury. They lead them 49-28. That's it. I'm going home. You got the rest of this.
That'd be okay, except for me running that electronic stuff. Could be problematic. We've got a whistle and an offensive. Oh, they're going to call it illegal pick is what the call was.
And that'll be his fourth on, I believe.
It is. And Watts returns for the Hawks. Walker will take a seat. Hain back to the bench as well as Yates returns. Evans gets to Yates now. He'll spin out of trouble. Now picks up his dribble. Now to Evans. Clopton wants to guard against getting out of their flow as it leads down to 9. They're 33-24. Evans to Harvey. Now to Yates. Yates inside the arc, kicks to McPike, left wing. He spins out of trouble. Now gets to Evans, left elbow, right wing to McPike. Or check that Yates. And now to Harvey as they work it around. McPike's going to go in and find some room and scores. Malik McPike made something out of nothing there. Dribbled through a double team. Scored the bucket and the lead's back to 11. Cash now gets it in the post area to Scroggum. His shot's short. Watts with the rebound for the Hawks. Evans finds Harvey on the left side. He gets to the block but can't find his shot as he's double teamed. Now they're working around the horn and reset it. Evans tries to force it inside to Watts, but Taylor gets his hand on it. And it'll go out of bounds back to the Hawks. The team back in the game. Lee will take a seat. Well, check that. Lee's going to stay. Taylor's going to come out of the game. As McPike does the honors underneath the Hawk basket. Gets it to Evans. Now to McPike. 35-24. A really low scoring affair here in this first round game. McPike holds it on his hip. They're going to be content to make North Callaway really come out and pressure him and then try and take advantage of it. Evans gets it to Watts in the post. He traveled. No whistle, and the pass is deflected out of bounds.
Well, the key here is why wouldn't Clopton just pass the ball around, make them count foul? They're going to shoot free throws.
No, I agree. As McPike's inbounds pass deflected, so we'll do it again, this time on the left side of the paint. And Evans will throw it in this time. 5:21 to play in the game. Evans looks, and he's going to get it out to McPike outside the arc. McPike dribbles inside the arc right side. Now they get it to Evans. Back to Harvey. He drives left baseline. He'll pull up from 8. Back to him, no good. McPike with the rebound. His shot won't go. He gets a rebound again. It's off the mark as well. Now Cash with the rebound. They're going to call that on Evans.
They are. That'll be his third.
And that's the fourth team foul, so no free throws yet. 17 fouls on North Callaway, so the Hawks will shoot free throws the rest of the way. North Callaway in the front court now. Lee gets it to Cash. That's Gabe. Gabe drives in the paint, leaves it off for Scroggum. His shot's up and good. And we got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout by Coach Tony Francis. 35-26, Hawks lead. This is the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102, brought to you by All-American Pumping and Drain, Pike County Title Company, and Carol Rose's Bridal.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate and the Twin Pike Family YMCA.
4:49 to play in the game. 35-26. Clopton's been unable to throw the knockout punch. They still lead it by 9, however. Full court pressure by North Callaway. Kenan Watts will throw it in for the Hawks in the backcourt. Gets it to McPike. A little 2-2-1 pressure, no problem for the Hawks. They get it in the front court, but now Harvey in a double team. He spins out of it somehow and gets it to McPike. McPike now to Harvey. Harvey drives baseline, gets it to Evans coming from the other side. His layup's up and good. Zach Evans has got 11, and the lead is 11 at 37-26. Cash now gets it into Scroggum on the block, and he goes up against Watson. It's good. Good defense, good offense that time by Scroggum. McPike now gets it ahead to Harvey. Harvey dribbles through the press, goes up. His shot's no good, but there's a whistle on a foul.
He's going to go to the line and get the opportunity to shoot 2.
Foul's going to go on Cody Lee, his 3rd. And Harvey will go to the free throw line for the first time here in the second half. He'll get 2 shots. Made a free throw in the first half. See how he fares here in the second. First one's up good. Good rotation that time. It's a 10-point lead with 4:05 to play in the ballgame. He'll get a second. 8th team foul on North Callaway. Second free throw's up. Good as well. He's perfect from the free throw line. Get him 9 for the game. And the lead back to 11. One shy of the biggest of the game. Into the front court now. North Callaway lead to the team. They run the weave. The team's going to try and take it to the glass. We've got a whistle, and they're going to call a block and foul on McPike. That'll be his 4th. And we'll send Austin Deteen to the free throw line for 2 shots. Don't want to foul and put North Callaway on the free throw line. First free throw is no good. Deteen having his troubles, a 5'8" senior.
Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it. If, you feel that he might not make those free throws, it might not be such a bad idea.
Well, he's 0 for 4 as he misses the second one, so it worked out this time. Evans with the loose ball rebound, and it goes out of bounds. Who they're going to say it's off of, or say it's off of North Callaway. In the deep corner. Where's that right angle lens?
I know. We're going to talk to our new producer about that.
Against the full court pressure, no problem. The Hawks will break it, but then McPike's pass for Harvey, he telegraphed that pass bad. It's deflected out of bounds, so the Hawks will have it underneath their own bucket. Left side, 3:40 to play in the game. Evans gets it into Harvey. Harvey to Evans. As it looks like North Callaway is playing zone again. Trying to trap, and we've got a whistle on a foul.
So McPike will head to the free throw line.
That'll be on Cody Lee, his 4th. And McPike will go to the free throw line and shoot 1-1. He's got 7 on the night. 3:22 to play in the ball game. Free throws off the mark, no good. Rebound to Scroggum, up to Cash to the team. His shot's wadded away by Watts. The team to the hole.
That got the Clopton fans riled up.
Well, that always helps to have a big fellow back
It
to
does.
protect the rim, and that's exactly what happened. It worked to perfection. North Callaway still has it on the inbounds, though. And Cash will get it, and they'll set up that play number 2. However, this time Cash is going to penetrate in, tries to get it to Scroggum. He can't find a handle, and it goes out of bounds back to Clopton. Both student sections getting into it all of a sudden. McPike has it stolen from behind. 6 turnover to the half on the Hawks. To Cash. He'll shoot a deep 3 from the corner. Front of the rim, no good. Harvey with the rebound. And he's under attack and finally fouled.
I think he felt like he just went to war. I'm not going to lie to you.
He had him on. He had North Callaway players on him like ants.
And that'll be 5, I believe.
Yep. Foul is on Scroggum. and that is his 5th foul.
I'm sure we'll be getting you an update. We'll get you an update here shortly on the Bowling Green Ellsbury game. They probably are ahead of us by now, would be my guess.
39-28 as Colin Whalen will check back into the game for the fouled out Scroggin. He'll finish the night with 4 points. 0 for 2 from the free throw line.
Bowling Green leads Ellsbury 64-37.
Well, that's a big lead as Harvey makes the first. He'll get a second. Hain will come in. Watch will take a seat. 40-28 to score. Second free throw is on the way and good by Harvey. He is perfect from the free throw line, 6 for 6, and he's got 11. The team now with it, hands it off to Cash. Cash, Gabe drives in, stop and pop from 8 from the rim, no good. Harvey with the rebound. Gets it out to McParr, check that Yates. Yates into the front court. Picks up his dribble, now he's in a double team, and Coach Francis has to burn a timeout. 41-28 our score, 2:29 to play in the ball game. The Hawks lead it in the Bowling Green Invitational. You're listening on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bouquet Florist, Elisha Koenig, Remax Realty Shop Agent, and Orff Construction.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Brown's Processing, Craig's Truck and Tractor, and Old Tops Pawn Shop.
Well, it hasn't been the prettiest
No,
second half of basketball.
it has been entertaining, though.
But so far, the Hawks have been able to hang on, and they actually have their biggest lead of the night right now at 13, 41-23, and they have the basketball. Yates gets it into the front court. Off to Hain. Hain to Harvey. Gets it back to Hain, and he's going to be fouled by Cash.
I'll tell you what, I'd like to believe that Coach Matt Miller informed his players, do not foul number 15, as Daniel Harvey is perfect from the free throw line.
He is. Now we're going to see how Jared Hain fares. His first trip to the charity stripe tonight. He'll get 2 as North Callaway's over the 10-foul double bonus. The lefty drains the first. And I'll leave the left-handed jokes for another time. He'll get a second. Usually a pretty good shooter is Jared Hain, the senior. He drains them both. Good free throw shooting by the Hawks all around in the second half. Looks like they've only missed one free throw. And it leads 15. The team goes to the hoop. His shot won't go. Hain with the rebound. He looks to get it to a guard and does. And into the front court they come, do the Hawks. Harvey on the dribble. Down under 2 minutes to play now to McPike. To Hain. Hain, left side to Harvey. Harvey dribbles through a double team. That's all North Callaway is trying to do is get him in a double team, and instead Cash is going to foul. Let's see, is that on Gabe? Nope, that's on
Cody again. So that'll be his third.
And to the charity stripe will be Zach Evans, his first trip to the line in the ball game. Down to 1:41 to play. First free throw's up and good. He'll get a second. Lead goes to 16. Hawks led by 6 at half, 23-17. Second free throw's good as well. And Harvey steals the inbounds pass, gets it to McPike. He'll shoot the layup up and good. Harvey's done that a couple times, stolen it just about right out of the inbounder's hands. Cash with it now. Cody dribbles to the right wing, flips it to Gabe. Gabe looks for some space, crosses over, runs into McPike. No foul. Either way. Or check that, it was Yates. McPike picked up the loose ball, gets it to Evans. He's in a double team, now gets it to McPike. McPike skips it over to Yates. He'll put it up off the glass. No good, missed it from point blank range, and then the rebound's off his fingertips, out of bounds. 1:04 to play in the game.
So if it all holds, which we at this point can't believe it won't, Clapton will move on to face Van Far Thursday night at 5:30. While North Callaway will take on Silex.
I've already written it down, and I wrote it in ink, so it's...
So that's how it has to be.
It's a done deal. We're under a minute. North Callaway, don't foul Hawks is all I can say. Let them play it out. Just play straight up D. The team, now to Cash. Gabe's going to drive in. His shot won't go. Scroggins with the shot up. No good. We've got a whistle and a foul.
And if they call it on Malik, I have a feeling he's headed. Nope, they called it on Zach Evans. So he's had 4.
His 4th. And to the free throw line, Trenton Jones, who's checked back into the game during that last break. He'll get 2 shots. First one's in and out. No good. He'll get a second, though.
Sam Dalrymple checking back in the ball game now for Evans.
Sam had some minutes early in the game. Second free throw by Jones is no good. McPike with the rebound for the Hawks. Down to 37. Will they let them drill it out? We shall see. They're going to play defense. I'm hearing the coaches say don't foul, however. Harvey with it. Crossover dribble. Makes some space to take the count off. Now he picks up his dribble, gives it to McPike. Down to 18. Down to 15. McPike with it. 47-28 our score. 19 is the biggest lead of the game. Hayne now as we get under 10. To Yates. And it looks like North Callaway is going to let them dribble it out. They will, and that's going to do it for the game. Your final score, the Clopton Hawks 47 and North Callaway Thunderbirds 28. Post-game shows next on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to the Eagle 102 Game of the Week. The post-game show, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops, is coming up next.
Coverage of the Bowling Green Invitational Tournament on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Mick Mailer & Sons Backhoe Service, Bud Jones Towing and Recovery, and Advanced Eye Care. Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
People's Bank & Trust mobile banking app gives you the convenience of banking from anywhere. Simply download the free app for your Android or Apple device and get started managing your accounts, transferring funds, paying bills, and depositing checks. People's Bank & Trust online at www.pbtc.net. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Twin Pike Family YMCA.
Time for the Eagle 102 post-game show, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
That was a fun one.
Well, seeds have held tonight. Actually, the seeds have held in the whole tournament.
It
Boys
has.
and girls side so far, as the Clopton Hawks advance on with a 47-28 victory over North Callaway. 19-point win, a tad bit larger than their game on Saturday night. And I've got a couple of interesting stats for you.
Well, I knew you would have them.
But let's tell you about the scoring first. For the victorious Hawks, Zach Evans with 13, 11 for Daniel Harvey, 9 for Malik McPike, 6 each for Sean Yates and Keenan Watts, and 2 for Jared Hayne. Hawks turned it over 13 times. They led by as many as 19. That was the final score. For North Callaway, they were led by Cody Cash with 12. 8 for Gabe Cash, 4 for Noah Scroggum, 3 for Trenton Jones, and 1 for Tanner Taylor. And North Callaway turned it over 15 times, and they did lead by 5 in the first half. Now, here's the two interesting things for you. Both teams shot 14 free throws in the game.
All right.
Clopton was 12 for 14. North Callaway was 2 for 14.
And that'll get you every time.
Final fun fact, Gabe Cash led North Callaway in scoring with 8 in the first half and was held scoreless in the second.
Well, and that will do it. We talked about, you said that, if you were the North Callaway coach, you would be at halftime in there figuring out ways to run screens and get those gentlemen open in the second half and let them fire away. And, Tony Francis said, nope, guess what? We're going to find a way to shut them down completely.
And they did. And as a result, the Hawks win. Another thing defensively for the Hawks, they only gave up 17 points in the final. Now, that's not right either. They gave up 11 points in the second half. Yeah, that's right. And 17 in the final 3 quarters. So defensively, they were very good. They shut North Callaway down. And as a result, they advance on and makes for an interesting semifinal round on the championship side of the bracket on Thursday night.
Speaking of that, there is a final from the high school gym as Bowling Green defeated Ellsbury as 67-37.
Big win for the Cats. So that sets up the semifinal round on the boys' side. That'll be on Thursday night in the middle school gym.
Hey, you need to rewrite that again. I saw you writing it at 64-37. I just wanted to mess with you since you wrote it in ink.
Oh, my. I ought to just bring pencil when I'm with you, especially if it's got anything to do with numbers.
Absolutely.
And math.
Yes, you are correct. It should.
In the middle school on Thursday night, Silex and North Callaway at 5:30, Ellsbury and Louisiana. That's a rematch of the Clopton tournament.
It is.
On that game will be at 6:50 or 7 o'clock. On the championship side of the bracket, the 1 and 4 seeds, Van Far versus Clopton, and Bowling Green, the 2 and 3 seed, versus Winfield. Those should be 2 pretty good basketball games.
Yes.
And we ought to have some good ones tomorrow night as well.
We should. Remember, tomorrow night, girls semifinal action. Clopton and North Callaway at 5:30. In the high school gym, Louisiana Silex. In the middle school gym, Ellsbury Bowling Green girls at 6:50, 7 o'clock in the high school gym. And Van Far, Winfield in the middle school gym. We'll have an updated bracket on the sports page at KJFM Eagle102.net here just a little bit later this evening. Plus, you can find a full recap of scores by visiting the scoreboard page, and we'll have them for you during Eagle 102 Sports tomorrow morning, beginning at 6 o'clock. Any final thoughts for you, Jim?
There you have it. It's been fun. Thanks to Marianne. Thanks to Gordon back at the station.
And Brennan.
It's Gordon.
It's Brennan. Yeah. Thanks to Olivia for running the camera
Olivia was here, and April was taking pictures.
Yeah.
Which they'll be available somewhere, sometime.
Yes, we
and
will.
And for Mark, who's over in the new high school gym. Thanks to all of them. That's a wrap for us, eh?
All right. For Jim Ross, I'm Marianne Everhart. You've been listening to a basketball tournament action from Eagle 102.
You've been listening to high school basketball on KJFM Radio. Eagle 102 Sports coverage of high school hoops was brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Bank of Louisiana, Calumet of Missouri, Eolia Landscaping Supply, Hankey Construction, the Bibb Beach Funeral Homes LLC, and Collier Funeral Home, Cellular and Satellite Center, Bowling Green Tractor, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Community State Bank of Missouri, Kathy Clean, J&D Tire and Auto, Meyer Implement Company, County Market in Louisiana, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, the Bowling Green Insurance Agency, Family Drug in Louisiana, the Bowling Green Pharmacy and Hearing Aid Center, by Ingram Plumbing, the Airyvac Life Team, Liggins Flooring, Old Tops Pawn Shop, Midwest Pest Professionals, Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, by State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Pam Todd Watts Realty, People's Bank and Trust, Perkins Electrical Service, Young Enterprises Incorporated, All Parts in Louisiana, Pike County Mutual Insurance, B&B Automotive, Spring Hollow Coffee, the Mercantile Bank of Louisiana, Mike's Tire Service, by Pike County Memorial Hospital, and by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate. Listen all season for high school basketball right here on your area sports leader, Eagle 102.